Gather round and let me tell you a story of realms long forgotten. There are tales of the Forest Kingdom, a place of honour and chivalry, known to some as the Land of the Purple Dragon, but known to all as Cormyr.
Hi, I'm Tilda, and I'm playing Hiram, a half-orc paladin.
Hi, my name's Carl. I'm playing Casher Donahue, a human bard.
Hi, my name is Anton, and I play Balthazar, a Warforged Cloak of Azuth.
Hi, my name is Al, and I'm playing Slate, a changeling druid.
Hi, I'm Matt, and I'm playing Zombo, who is a halfling rogue/warlock.
And my name is Dan. I shall be the dungeon master on this adventure. Previously on Cormyr, Echoes of War. As you look up all the way to the far end of the throne room, you see the dead-eyed look of the King of Cormyr regard you. Bow before Lord Ioulaum.
No thanks.
Yeah, we didn't come all this way just to start kneeling.
Your deaths are your own. Apologies for our late arrival, heroes. I hope you don't mind. We brought a couple of friends.
Hello, friends.
Yay!
I heard you needed some help.
Holy what?
Hello.
Hey, Badger.
Welcome back.
Let's get the squid faces.
Yeah.
Up there! The beam! Whatever it is powering it up there! You need to stop it!
So what is the object in the middle?
The diadem of Ioulaum.
Ooh.
Can I actually just attack it?
You can.
As you bring up Orbin with a swing and a fly of sparks, the diadem shears into two pieces.
It begins to plane shift along with Ioulaum.
Naughty Ioulaum!
He got away!
Yes! But at least we know where he went! She clenches on her back teeth and she looks to you. Will you walk with me to our final encounter, she says.
You're one of the Warhounds now, Raedra, so you're walking with us.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, dear Dan.
Dan.
How are you all doing? I feel like it's been ages since I last saw you.
It's
It
been
has.
a while.
Also, Anton, Jinx, you owe me a Coke.
Do I? Oh, right.
Them's
I
the
thought
rules, mate.
I thought I'm not allowed to talk. Was that not the rule?
No, it's fine. It'd be a very boring episode if you couldn't talk.
Might be. Although I am a robot, so.
So, here we are on a surprise secret final boss fight episode.
Yep.
Dun dun.
This is the end of the end.
The end of the end. The Warhounds have stormed the throne room in the Shadowfell. You have, alongside your various allies which have come to your aid, at your behest.
Yep, the Eagles have arrived.
The Eagles have arrived, and you have successfully destroyed the diadem, the black diadem, which seemed to be the foci for some sort of psychic ritual that was afflicting Suzail. Ioulaum has made his escape via plane shift alongside one of his children, and the Warhounds stand to give chase. So, with that all in mind, shall we jump straight back in?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Okay.
I am now thinking, with the surprise secret boss fight, what if we kill the brain and it's like a Matryoshka doll, and there's several smaller brains inside it.
The ones with legs, yeah.
That would be horrifying.
That would be, wouldn't it? So, Warhounds, yeah, we find you at the end of the throne room. So as you look at this portal, this blue spiraling portal outlined in gold dwarven runes, courtesy of Garabrail and Durgan Goldmane of the Golden Chain, Varaxis approaches you with this bag of what appear to be they're sort of like 1 foot long golden spikes. To look at them, they have a sense of a piton or a stake of some sort. And as you look at them, you in the bag that he's holding, in the satchel he's holding, you notice that they have fine dwarven runes inscribed on their surface. As he hands them to you, he gives you a serious look.
You can use these to bind Ioulaum into his final resting place. If he is a lich as we suspect, then killing him will not suffice. He will simply regenerate elsewhere and evade our grasp. But using these stakes, you can bind his essence in one place.
Useful. Should we grab one each?
He hands 1 stake to each of you. Yes.
So what exactly do we do with these? Do we just jam them in him?
The 6 must all be plunged into the flesh into the brain's flesh, in order for the enchantment to work. It will act as almost like a magic circle, or a globe of invulnerability or such.
Right. Okay, yeah, sounds simple enough.
Makes sense.
The water elemental looks at the stake and just kind of ooh, nice. Without being able to say anything, just
You absorb it into your form.
Floats around.
So as this happens, you see Raedra kind of stood by the portal. She looks down to you and, Warhounds, we will make one final journey. Prepare yourselves for what is to come. Cast any spells that you see fit.
Mm-hmm.
Catcher looks at her hand as it dissipates after the minute has passed.
Okay.
I will give Hiram 10 good berries.
Thank you.
So you get 10 hit points.
I will. Slate will approach Drool, and Slate cannot do any magical things at the moment like that, but Slate will approach Drool and give them some soothing water and use a medicine check, I guess, to see if they can...
Cover up any boo-boos.
Yeah. Soothing boo-boos. Nope. Just gets it wet.
Okay.
The wet
I will
dog
cast
smell.
Aid twice at 4th level.
Ooh.
So everyone gets 15 max HP.
Nice.
Except
Plus
Drool.
15 hit
Except
points.
Drool.
Max. Yeah, sorry, Drool.
But does it also
Oh.
increase your current hit points by
Max,
15?
Yeah, max.
And the max. Okay.
So you can stack max and temp.
I don't know if that actually increases your current though, does it?
Okay.
Does it?
Current and
what-
your max go up, do they?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
15. Okay.
Nice.
Zumbo will walk around and just share some jokes and encouragement with each Warhound individually. He's not going to give a speech or anything, he's just kind of trying to perk each of them up.
Oh.
So you're just telling us puns.
They're just more like, remember that time we, with each of them, and just trying to like sort their morale a bit.
Nice.
How much is that maxing to?
13 temp.
13 temp
Okay.
hit points.
13
Yeah.
temp and then 15 max.
Okay.
Cool. Okay.
I am
Thanks,
also going
guys.
to drop Battle Shag because he's only there for 10 minutes, so...
Okay, so Shag is gone.
Hashtag blessed is still up.
So yeah, if you're spending 10 minutes
sorry.
to do...
Bless is gone. Bless is gone. Cancel.
Bless is
abort.
gone.
Okay.
Bardic Inspiration is gone.
Bardic is gone. Yeah.
Did
All good.
we didn't
Effectively,
No,
you guys
still
are
very
resetting.
Yeah.
got a potion of fire resistance, but I haven't got a potion of healing, so can't help anyone
case,
there either.
I'm gonna use my loot of resonance to regain a bardic. Bring me back
Okay.
up to 4.
In these 10 minutes, are there any NPCs gathered that you wish to speak to?
Yes, Badger. Like he was going to like, I am really, really sorry, and he's gonna pick up Badger and just give her a hug.
Oh, that's a strong grip you've got there, Hiram. Good to see you
I can't
too.
believe you're alive.
Alive is a generous term for what I am right now, but yes, I'm very pleased to be here and be able to help.
I have so many questions.
As you pick up Badger, you notice that her skin has this ever so subtle kind of golden sheen to it. It almost looks like she's almost imperceptibly glowing. Apart from her eyes, which are bright gold.
How did you guys get into this mess? What's going on?
Oh, that's a long story. I think after this is done, I have lots of questions for you, and I think we have a lot to share with you.
You can hear about it all in my new song, The Triumph of the Warhounds.
Yeah. Oh, Balthazar is married.
Wait, what?
We did a wedding and everything on a ship.
Congratulations, that's amazing.
Yeah, it was a very spur of the moment thing. You know, I just met her recently, but I thought, you know what, she's the one.
Well, when you know, you know. That's fantastic.
Balthazar, she was your wife before you were you.
Oh, that's true. Okay,
What
it still
a
counts.
coincidence! That's
Not
amazing.
we found each other.
Not knowing what
different
anyone's
life.
saying, then Slate will run up and also pick up Badger and just like spin her around like. Ooh! But all you can hear is.
Badger's going to use her control water ability to sort of wipe the water away from her face so she can still breathe. Hey, buddy. I assume that's Slate.
I'm going to also I'm going to give everyone an extra 6 hit points.
Woohoo! Thank you.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is everyone done with spellcasting?
Not yet.
Okay.
Hiram, you get 5 good berries. And Badger, I guess Slate, and Zumbo. Okay, everybody else gets 1 good berry.
So can we save it for when
You
we
can
need
save
it?
the good berry. It will restore 1 hit point.
Nice.
I'm just as a thing. Once I crash out of this, then I can just be my full hit pointed self. So, just as a heads up, mind you, I can always give these good berries to someone else, can't I?
That's the idea.
So how many was it? 1.
You get 1.
Zing.
1 hit
Everybody
point.
gets 1. Cool.
And I might dump some healing into Drool or Hiram. Hiram, you probably need it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let me figure that out.
Yeah.
Carry on.
Okay.
In terms of NPCs, I think Badger will definitely give Marilyn a hug, her friend from the guild that they originally joined.
So bear in mind that there is still some like combat happening.
Oh, is there?
But
right.
Marilyn kind of ducks away from the fighting and kind of gives you a hug back.
Yeah.
And she, like her eyes are kind of tearing up as she, I don't understand how this is happening, she says, as she kind of catches her breath a few times. You look radiant.
Thank you. I know. There's a lot to explain. I'll catch you later after the fight.
She nods, and like Marilyn turns back to the crowd, and then you see her kind of run in, like bounce off, jump up someone's back, and then kind of like leap into a crowd. Whilst this is happening, Viraxis has rejoined the battle. Aaron and Magnus have kind of broken away, and you see them, like Aaron is kneeling down by the prone form of Ezered. And Warhounds, as you gather around, you notice that in all the kind of confusion and the carnage of the battle, Ezered's crown lies kind of rolled away from his form, but Aaron kind of rolls the king over, and you notice that the back of his head is split open like an orange, and nearby there is a brain-like creature on 4 legs, which just kind of collapsed into the rubble.
That's awkward.
Is it dead, or is it like collapsed and it's just like kind of knocked out?
It's not moving. It appears to be dead. But Aaron turns to look to Magnus. Magnus turns to look at the 6 of you, and then his eyes slowly rise to meet Raidra's. And Raidra is stood on the dais, just looking down with this grim look on her face.
Jewel, don't lick it. No, Jewel, go away.
And
licking the brain.
Yeah, Raidra looks to you as she clenches on her back teeth. Warhounds, are you ready to walk with me one final time?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, let's go.
Hang on, is it a good idea for you to come now that you're the queen, I guess?
Slate will slowly walk further away from the crown. They were inching towards the crown, like, maybe could get that.
Also, Raidra, you're one of the Warhounds. You're following us.
The Raidra tilts her head, raises an eyebrow, but the question still stands. Are you ready, Warhounds?
Yeah.
Yeah, alright.
Before...
You go for Goel.
Before we go, I think Slate would want to try and find Baz.
Yeah.
I mean, not so damned, basically.
In which case, as you're looking around, you see this kind of large furred-like creature, kind of, it's like slashing and biting. There's a psychic blast, and this wolf is fired over the crowd, and kind of crashes nearby. The wolf as the wolf hits the ground and rolls, it shrinks in size back to Baz, and he just kind of tumbles out looking a bit battered and bruised, and he, meant to do that. Hello, Slate, he says.
Slate will pick him up, stand him up properly, and kind of find somewhere a bit more safe. Kind of lean forward, just kind of give a telling look that's like, calm down, stop. But, as best as water can do, to tell you not to. And then we'll stand in front of them for him for a second, put their hands on either arm, their watery hands on either arm, and just nod, and then hug him.
Okay. As you embrace Baz, he goes stiff for a second, and then he just kind of relaxes into the hug. He looks up to you and in fluent Aquan says,
I'm very proud of you, Slate.
Yep, it's cool.
Give him hell.
I always do.
He releases you. He's kind of squeezes out the hug. He turns to look at the fight. He takes a step and, oh, actually no. And he sits down on one of the. He sits down on a bit of rubble and, give me a second, he says, as he gets his breath back.
Take it easy, old man.
He kind of dismissively waves away. Waves you away.
Before I go, I'll just turn around and say, thanks for coming. I know this must have been difficult for you, but I'm proud of you and thank you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, isolation in the forest is a bit boring,
Yeah, you're cool.
It's whatever. Yeah.
Anyway, I'm quite busy. I'm saving the entire world, So.
Yeah. Off you go. Yeah, I'm busy too. He says.
Yeah. Good chat.
Badger's gonna give a quick nod to Shana and Ilsavel and Garabrail. Maybe a little bow to Ilsavel.
Ilsavel just kind of gives you a very prim and proper curt nod. Shana kind of pirouettes away from the combat to make her way to you, and bear in mind, your body is still relatively mortal.
Oh, okay.
If you're parted from this, if your soul is parted from this body, we have no idea where you're going to end up. So be careful, Badger.
Okay, that's sobering, but thank you for explaining.
She stops for a moment, she drops to a knee and gives you a hug.
Aw, it's all Badger ever wanted.
Oh, sweet.
So happy.
I can't believe I'm asking this. Before we go through, can I just double check if Frederick is still alive?
So the combatants mainly seem to. So the Clockwork Court appear to have been pushed back through the hall, and as creatures try to come in through the front of the throne room, like the main entrance, but like you see a flash of a green cloak, like in the throng, and like stepping backwards out of the combat, you see Frederick, and he's got a short sword in his hand. It's covered in kind of black blood, but he just kind of staggers a few steps and then looks you up and down. And I don't understand how you do this every day. This is positively tiring. And he looks you up and down and. Why are you holding Albrin?
Oh, look at the time I have to go.
So Frederick, your one-time nemesis, your childhood friend, your once childhood friend, one-time nemesis, gives you a serious look. When we're done with this, you owe me a lot of explanations over a drink.
Ooh.
If I survive.
It's a date. It's a date.
Like Frederick nods, and then he kind of turns to look at one of the large kind of brass juggernauts, and he shouts and points, and this juggernaut and punches a mind flayer out the sky, like skewers it on its arm blade, and Frederick kind of gestures for you to go.
And I go.
Okay. Anyone else for anyone else?
What I imagine then, just because everyone sees me talking to everyone, Cash is just going to look at Magnus and telepathically like, Magnus!
He looks up and shouts, "What?"
And she just walks through the portal.
Okay. Yeah, let's go around the houses. Zumbo.
I think Zumbo is busy just chatting to the Warhounds. He's not fussed about his pirate mates.
Yeah, they are nowhere to be seen. And finally, Balthazar. Is there anyone you're talking to before you go?
Not particularly.
Okay.
We'll just wave and go, see you guys!
You see Virax's turn, and this large dragonborn kind of gives you away before putting the spear through an illithid.
Just a quick note. Raidra's not looking so hot. If anyone's got anything for her.
Oh no!
She looks a bit battered, but she.
Who could be the queen now?
She, like you see her clutching. You see her clutching a wound on her side, and "I'm fine," she says.
Is there nobody in this whole crowd who can throw her a little bit of healing magic?
Already through the portal.
I can hear her. It's fine. Hold on.
I can
try.
when I pop out. When I come out of this form, but
where is she?
It's hard to get rid of yourself when you're in like a strong elemental to go back to a weak little changeling druid.
She can have 8 points back.
Oh.
I'm
Also,
here for the Queen Aberline King Hiram.
Okay,
rule.
so Raidra is healed 8. So.
By the way, can I just check? Is the crown still like no one really bothered about it, or has it been picked up?
It's been stepped on, but
okay.
Yeah,
well,
no one else is really fussed about
I'll pick it up on the basis that, of course, I'm going to hand it to the rightful.
So you're just a crowned water elemental running around.
Why not?
Yeah, I mean, it works.
I'll go like, I'm just picking it up to help, and then kind of just go. And then if there's any kind of reflection anywhere, I'll be like.
Okay, so you all step through the portal, yes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Running through.
Oh, I'll put my hand out for someone to hold my hand because it seems scary.
Balthazar will hold your hand.
Aww.
Yay.
Yeah.
So cute.
As you step through the portal, you feel that familiar lurching in your stomach as you're poured through the ether. Unlike other times you've teleported, this time you feel a distinct sensation of falling, like you're plummeting into a deep and dark depth. When you emerge out, the first thing you notice with your senses is a repulsive stench. It smells like the innards of a creature.
Ooh.
Ugh.
You hear a faint bubbling, a thick, viscous liquid sloshing about slowly, and an intense chill.
As in good kind of chill or bad kind of chill?
The worst kind of chill.
It's not Netflix
No.
and chill.
It's not Netflix and chill.
Cool, though. Look at that.
Where are we?
I hope that talks.
Horrendous.
We're on
I
a
hope
spaceship.
that actually talks.
Looks like it, doesn't it?
Mm.
As you pick yourselves up, you are faced with what appears to be a large, imposing, stone-carved face of an ancient man. The sculpture itself exudes a feeling of power. Floating alongside it, 15 feet from the ground, is one of the children of Ioulaum, the one that you were fighting previously before it teleported away. To your left and right, and in front of you on the four corners of this large circular hall, you see what appear to be 4 pools of the same thick, pinkish liquid that you saw on the Nautilid.
Yeah.
Beneath your feet, there are lines of some smooth, glossy stone, which seem to be creating some sort of magical rune. You see 2 towers either side of the stone head, which appear to be illuminating the obsidian-like material on the floor. Tentacles lazily sway backwards and forwards within the pools. And you can see staircases rising up to what you assume to be some sort of dais, approximately 20 feet above the ground, rising either side of the stone face.
Welcome,
says a voice in your mind. Raedra takes a step forward. She looks back over your shoulder and, "Shall we?" she says. Everyone, roll me initiative.
Ooh dear.
So that's a
Oh
6.
no.
Okay, start.
Oh, I got a 13.
Oh, what?
What did I get? I got something decent.
That is not a cleric roll.
Yeah. Who knew?
Okay. So, as you
rolls there.
as you gaze upon this stone effigy in front of you,
God. Oh yeah, those rolls are not good.
No, I mean, I
I'm
rolled
second.
two threes. That's
Yee.
I mean, none of them are. Ioulaum, child of Ioulaum.
Yeah.
Zumbo.
Zumbo.
Yeah.
welcome to your doom.
You hear a voice say in your head. What do you do?
I'll step forward. Betty will spit out some balls of water,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll just start hurling them as I advance at the child of Ioulaum.
Yeah.
So let's go for 19 for the first one.
A 19 hits.
Lovely. So that's 5 force damage, and it can be shoved 10 feet back.
Yeah.
And then the second one, to only 10.
So the second attack unfortunately misses, but the Mind Flayer is knocked back 10 foot from its location.
Okay, no worries. He's going to move towards the base of the stairs and summon a tentacle just next to Raedra there.
Okay. So
Thank you, that's great.
there's a sploosh of water, and this tentacle struggles to come up through the dark stone floor underneath your feet, but manages to come up regardless.
Great. That is my turn.
Okay. Balthazar.
I will do a bless 3rd level, everyone except myself.
Oh, nice.
Everyone except
Nice.
yourself. Okay.
Those blesses are very helpful.
Yeah, they
Hiram's
are.
blessed.
I think so. I think it might be useful. Pop, pop, pop. Okay, so that's 5 people with a bless, and I shall move 30 feet to the top of the stairs. That is here.
Yeah.
Bonus action should I do. That is my turn!
Okay, so Balthazar, as you head up the stairs, you hear a voice say,
All will bow in the shadow of Netheril.
Balthazar,
It is.
please make me a DC 18 charisma save.
Yes. It's a shame I didn't bless myself, though.
Totally.
Normal. Do I want... Do I have inspiration? We don't have inspiration. We do have inspiration? Dan?
You don't have inspiration currently.
Okay.
unless it's on your thing.
Nah. Normal! Boo!
Okay, and you feel yourself like frozen in spot, and you drop to your knees as Ioulaum demands tribute.
Okay.
So you are. Let's stay restrained.
Yeah.
Whilst this happens, so Balthazar, at the end of your turn, Ioulaum sends out a pulse of psychic energy. So everyone in that cluster, so focusing on Hiram, everyone in that cluster, so Raedra, Badger, Hiram, Katya, and Drool. Oh, thank you, El. You all take 14 damage. 14 psychic damage.
Good. Rough.
As Hiram, your mind explodes out, hitting everyone nearby.
The tentacle will dart in front of Hiram.
Okay.
Reduce it by 2.
Okay, cool. Slate, what do you do?
So I've walked forward 15 feet already. I'm walking over the tentacles without actually walking on them.
Sure.
But intrigued by them for sure. What are they connected to? Can we see in the murky depths?
So the liquid is too viscous to see too far into it. The tentacles kind of disappear on the surface. If anything, you have this horrible feeling that the tentacles may actually be connected to this centrally. You do also notice the silhouettes of small creatures swimming around in these briny pools.
But they're not of any substance that's really worth grabbing one.
You suspect not. And given what you know about mind flayers, that might not be overly advised.
I would like you to also explain what these sort of pedestals of light are. That's cool.
So these are towers which they're basically pedestals of power. They don't appear to be doing anything super particularly important.
How tall are they?
They are approximately 20 feet tall.
Okay. So I will I guess I'll dash then. So I've gone 15 foot and then I've got another 45 and I'll dash up the stairs.
Yeah, so if you go all the way up the stairs, you can end up, that's 35 feet.
Yep, cool. That's where I want to be.
So, Slate, as you make your way to the top of the stairs, at the top, you see resting in a pool of this viscous purple liquid with more tentacles reaching out over the sides, you see this large, pulsating brain.
Ugh. Well, I'll get it next time.
Okay, anything else?
I guess, what is it? I've only got bonus actions, so there's not really much I can do, is there?
Yeah, okay. So, on his turn, Ioulaum psychically reaches out to see where everyone is, and there is a low, deep rumble in your minds.
The chaff of Cormyr pride themselves on pitiful accomplishments. See how easily you fall.
And as he says that, Slate, you see that the neurons within this brain, like a light, starts shining up through between the folds of the brain, and they explode out in a bright white light. Hiram, you see this white light streaking in your direction from the eye, like the eyes of the stone statue light up, and you feel this kind of piercing light heading towards you. But you look down to see Raedra stood in front of you, looking over her shoulder at you.
Power.
Raidra's
No.
Raidra's eyes open wide, and she turns and kind of jumps out to effectively push you out of the way.
Holy shit.
That's a tough counterspell to beat. That'd be a DC 19. I don't think I can even remotely.
Ooh.
You've got like a plus whatever.
Plus
4?
4?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit of a long shot.
25% chance.
Bless.
She's an NPC.
But you have that bardic feat where you have plus whatever to every single skill,
No.
right?
Well, yeah, that's already included. I can counterspell to save Raedra, or I could hold the counterspells off for us.
Right.
I mean,
Depends how you feel about Raedra.
I'm open up to the group consensus here.
Yes, I guess how many 9th level spells does it have? Maybe this is.
Yeah.
I mean, you know how
Okay.
Slate feels about.
Have you got
Raedra.
inspiration, Carl, in case you fail?
I do not have inspiration.
Oh man.
I've got. I mean, so far technically, I've got 4 counterspells and 3 counterspells in the bank because of what I'm doing on my next turn. So I have 3 counterspells.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, what would Katya do and
Yeah,
stick to
yeah,
the
Yeah, that's what I would do.
That's the question.
Oh.
As
Oh,
you
man.
go to counterspell,
Yeah,
The
figured I've just wasted a spell.
the child of Ioulaum goes to see you counter it with your psychic energy and stops the spell themselves, but spell slots are not wasted.
Okay, cool.
Oh, okay.
I shall
But
regain that
Hiram, you watch as Raedra turns to you and kind of reaches out. The white light strikes her in the back, and her eyes immediately go dead, and she collapses to the floor,
Shit.
dead.
I mean, Hiram is next in line. You know?
It's a lot of responsibility.
Hell.
Well, I mean, what's his face? Ezered's gone.
Yeah.
You hear
Pathetic. Pitiful.
Raedra is dead.
Wow.
Whoa.
Drool.
Oh, I don't think Drew's going to be too far behind. He's down to like 13 hit points.
Defensive maneuvers, doggy.
Yeah.
Can you give him the piton? He's a smart boy, right?
Yeah.
Oh, this is the final fight.
So, Drool, as you head up, you see this, you smell this horrendous large brain.
He screams out in Doggo, lunch!
Okay, that is a hit.
For 12 piercing damage. I guess, like, he won't be forcibly moved.
Potentially not, no.
No, but just to, as I said, it's the final fight. Let's use the last of the Stag's Dead for an extra 7 damage onto Ioulaum.
Extra 7. Okay, so as Drool like slams against the side of the brain, there's a definite mulch. The brain kind of sways and wobbles, but it seems to be attached via almost like a central nervous system. As Drool slams into it, the flesh of the brain just kind of pulps a little bit under its weight and doesn't really do anything. However, the spectral ball does seemingly do some damage.
Okay.
Anything else, Drool?
No, that was Drew's turn.
Next up is Katya.
Hiram! Now! As she casts haste on Hiram.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's like, Badger! Watch his back! As she bardics.
Badger.
She haste Hiram's and bardic a Badger.
Nice. Classic.
And
Classic
then
move.
she will run 30 feet that way.
Okay. So, as you head round, you can make out this large kind of bulbous shape at the top of this 20-foot dais. Anything else, Katya?
That was my bonus and my action, so no.
Okay. So, the child of Ioulaum hovers.
No. No.
So, hovers over and brings its fingers up to its temple, and
It's an ability.
it is an ability.
Okay.
Fires out a mind blast, capturing Zumbo, Badger, Hiram, and Katya.
Ouch.
Can I all have DC 16 intelligence saves, please?
Plus D4.
Ooh.
So I think we.
Ooh.
So some of you will get. Well, you'll all get plus
I
D4s.
can't.
Badger and Hiram, you get plus 3.
I don't
Okay,
think it
12.
matters.
No, didn't get it.
What scores did
Oh,
we all get in
God.
the end?
So
12.
16 and 18.
Oh, that's rough.
So 16. So.
No,
Got
18.
the D4.
18.
Yeah.
So
The Hiram save. Nice.
Hiram passes. Everyone else fails, I believe.
Yeah.
So-
Only got 7.
Okay. So, as a mind blast rips out, those who failed take 20 psychic damage, and you are stunned.
How much is the con save?
It'll be 10.
Okay.
Yes.
Hiram takes 10 damage, obviously. Okay, so you manage to pass your save. That child of Ioulaum does its blast and kind of looks at its handiwork before turning its attention to the stairs. At the end of the Mind Flayer's turn, Drool.
Leave him alone. He's got 13 hit points.
There is a splash. There was a gloopy splash, and a tentacle erupts out of the northwestern pool, lunges for Drool, and 24 to hit.
Yep.
You take
Ow.
16
Oh.
bludgeoning and 10 psychic damage.
Oh.
Puts him.
If Drool is unconscious, he automatically fails a save, and the tentacle wraps around the dog's form and begins pulling him towards the pool.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, my
God.
god.
What a first round, eh?
You know, this is going to make one popular with dog lovers, right?
Absolutely. Badger, at the
Badger's
end of your turn,
stunned.
please
Yeah.
make me a intelligence save.
Oh my god.
You get plus 3 and plus D4.
Great. It's the same. It's the
Plus
same.
3, yeah. Okay, so
Plus 4, 12.
you're still
You
swaying.
still have your bardic.
I don't, do I? Or do
You-
I?
I just gave you one.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
you did.
use it.
Yeah, I'm
Yep.
definitely using it. So plus
Yeah.
D10.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
There it is. Okay, so you
Goodness.
you managed to shake the psychic assault from your mind,
Right.
and you are now cognizant again. Hiram, you're not stunned, but what would you like to do?
Sorry, guys, I need to start hacking at this thing because it's
Yeah.
a problem.
Yeah.
I am going to go all the way here. And yeah, I'm just.
Bear in
going-
mind, it is the mind flow is 15 feet above the ground.
Oh shit.
Hovering.
Ah,
Fuck.
jeez.
Okay.
So with that in mind,
They drew.
Jump as high as you can and stab directly upwards.
Yeah, I don't know how the fuck am
I mean, Hiram's like 7 foot tall, right? So
Wait, I'm hasted. I can get draw.
Yes.
Yep, I'm gonna go
Ah.
get draw.
Yeah, good idea.
Brilliant.
okay. So for all intents and purposes, there is a tentacle trailing from Drool to the pool.
Draw to the pool.
I
Okay.
would like to cut that tentacle.
Okay, roll to hit.
1.
Yeah, that is fine. So you swing your sword, and it slices through the tentacle and Drool's like prone form. The tentacle kind of swishes away, and Drool is on his side.
Okay,
dear.
can I say that was my extra action I got from haste?
Mhm.
Which needs to be an attack.
Mhm.
And as for my normal action, I'm going to give Drew 6 hit points with lay on hands.
Nice.
Not a lot, but he's up.
Very good. Okay.
Good dog.
So, as that happens, Anything else here, Ram?
As a bonus action, am I going to do this? Yes, I'm going to do this. I'm going to cast Shield of Faith on Draw.
On Draw, okay.
That's that.
Okay, so you ward Draw from enemy attacks. Anything else here, Ram?
No.
At the bottom of your turn, Balthazar, as you stride up the stairs, a tentacle rises from the pool and flings a ray of frost at you. 20 to hit.
Miss.
Okay, you bring your shield up, and the ice reflects.
Nice
off
try, buddy.
Okay.
Ray of Frost. Oh my god.
Zumbo, top of turn 2. What would you like to do? There is a mind flayer. Oh, sorry, beg your pardon. You're stunned. Can I have a intelligence save, please?
I can still do a bonus action, so I will move. Betty will interpose the tentacle between me and the mind flayer.
Yeah.
And lash out with it.
Okay.
16 to hit.
That is a hit.
Nice. Okay.
What's the range of your tentacle?
It's 10 foot long and it's got a 10-foot range, so 20 feet, I guess.
Okay, fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
Three
So 3
damage?
cold damage. Yeah.
Okay. It, upsettingly, appears to be unworried about cold damage.
Okay. Fair enough. Most things are.
Slaps against it.
Yeah. But I can't do actions or anything else, so I'll make my save. Is it intelligence, was it?
Correct. DC 16. And you get
Oh,
plus
yucky.
D4 to it.
Saving throw, normal, and then well, I'll roll the d4 in case it matters. 11.
11 does not do it. You do have inspiration if you want to.
Yeah, I will definitely use my inspiration.
Okay.
Come on.
Oh.
No. Okay.
Darn it.
Okay, so you you managed to kind of gesture for the tentacle to attack the mind flayer, but otherwise your world is just out of focus and phasing in and out.
Yeah, that's me.
Okay, so Ioulaum roars out in your mind. Slate, you feel like Ioulaum's attention has turned to you as he says,
Your vitality. I wish to taste it.
and a tether of psychic energy binds you to Ioulaum. Can you please make me a DC 18 Constitution save, please?
Yes. 1 second.
Cormyr,
Can I use my bless, please?
you got D4, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you roll a 17 plus D4, which is a 21.
21.
Hashtag blessed.
So this beam lashes out to you, but you manage to, it begins to, grip you, and you can feel like your life is kind of being transferred between yourself and Ioulaum, but you manage to kind of shake it off, and the beam kind of breaks.
I'll say as I do that, I'll say, never listen to my brain while I listen to you.
Balthazar.
Cool. I will use Mage Hand
Yeah.
to take the piton that is on me, and I would like to plant it into Ioulaum, please.
Please make me a...
Spellcasting ability check.
Yes.
With proficiency?
No.
No proficiency? That's sad.
So just wisdom ability check.
Okay, let's do this. Normal. 13.
Okay. Balthazar, you pull this gold piton from your bag, and as your mage hand carries it away, the brain seems kind of preoccupied with Slate, and your hand slams it into the side of the brain, and Ioulaum roars out in pain. It does 4 damage.
Nice.
But you see this kind of gold head of this stake kind of protruding from its side, and you see tentacles reactively trying to squirm at it, but they just kind of slip and slide off the tip of it. You've managed to lodge it in deep enough.
Nice.
Anything else, Balthazar?
I need to make a save versus my immobilizing effect because I can't
Correct.
move.
Correct.
What is it?
Charisma save. DC 18 charisma save.
Yeah, is it layer before me? Yeah. Normal. Yeah, we did it.
Okay, and as the stake impacts into the side of the brain, you feel the kind of the telekinetic grip on your legs give way, and you're able to move again.
Actually, Then I will channel divinity to harness divine power and regain a level 2 spell slot.
Okay, sounds good. In which case, as you do that, anything else, Balthazar?
No, that is my turn.
Okay. In which case, as you do that, you hear in your mind, "Foolish wretch!" And Balthazar, a tentacle lashes out and grabs you for 28 to hit.
Miss.
You take 11 bludgeoning damage as it wraps around you. You feel your mind assaulted as it does for 12 damage. And you are pulled 15 feet.
Oh, so it's 23 damage.
23 damage in total. And you feel yourself pulled towards the southwestern pool.
Fantastic. I love it. Okay. We need to make a con save. Where am I going? Here I am. Okay.
Okay. Next up is Slate.
So, can I ask, with the pool that the Ioulaum is sitting in, the tentacles coming out of it, are they coming out of it or are they going into it?
It would seem that there are a number of tentacles which are coming out of the bottom of the underside of this brain. Some of them then kind of lip up and over the edge of the pool. Some of them lip out over the edge of the pool. Some of them you suspect go deep and then emerge out of the 4 pools on the corners of the room.
One of the deep ones, maybe. Yeah, I want to try and reach one, grab it, and use it to smack against the brain.
Okay.
I'm gonna use its own tentacles against it.
Sure, that's
however that might be.
That'll be an improvised weapon. I think that's the textbook definition of an improvised weapon, is it not?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that Slate's seen Balthazar put that gold stake in. I'm not necessarily sure that Slate realizes the the point of the stakes just yet.
Okay. In which case, roll me a strength ability check, and we'll add your proficiency to it.
Certainly. Come on. Ah.
So
plus
4, so that's 15. You manage to grab one of the tentacles and slap it against the side of the brain. It will do D4 plus 4 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Like that.
Yeah.
8. Wait, is that right? Wait, I've done that right?
As you slap the tentacle against the side of the brain, the brain almost turns to regard you ever so slightly as the tentacle slips out of your hands, as it appears to have taken no damage from that physical attack.
I feel like it should take psychic damage from the hurt.
Yeah.
For being slapped by your own tentacle.
You know what? Yeah, let's say 8 psychic damage. Why not? Why not?
Kind and benevolent.
Okay, as this happens, another tentacle emerges out of a nearby pool, the northeastern one this time, and Slate 14 to hit.
That's my armor class.
That is a hit. Okay, in which case, this tentacle wraps around you. The tentacle that you've just grabbed then sneaks up and kind of wraps around you. You take 18 bludgeoning damage, which I believe you're halved to 9. And then 9 psychic damage.
Ooh, so
And
18 in total. Oh,
you
good.
two are dragged 15 feet towards the edge of the pool.
Cool.
On his turn,
Oh no.
Ioulaum.
I have lived for 1,000 lifetimes, and I will live 1,000 more.
It's to be that man who lives 1,000 years. Sorry, I'll stop.
You and I thought of very different songs there.
Oh no.
Oh no!
Ooh.
Balthazar.
Oh.
No. No, not like this.
Please make me a DC 20 Constitution save.
I'm really regretting not blessing myself. I feel
Oh.
this is a mistake.
As Ioulaum begins to drain the moisture and vitality from the wood of your construction.
I am made of wood. Okay, let's go.
You're not
Let's
going to
go.
argue he's a plant
Ooh.
creature, are you?
Ooh.
I'm hoping maybe he sort of like pulls 180 and says he's a construct.
You take 30 necrotic damage.
Ow!
Ouch. Yeah,
Actually, I think
hurts.
Balthazar is a construct.
Beep, beep, beep. Okay, that is a DC 15 con check with advantage for #blessed. Done it.
Oh, okay. So as you feel like Balthazar, you feel your joints begin to shrivel up as this spell just dries up and desiccates the wood in between your parts, and you audibly start kind of squeaking and creaking as you move.
Balthazar goes, "Bring it, you overgrown shrimp!"
Drool.
I think Drool is gonna stand up to start with, and then dash to the corner and stay out of this fight for a bit.
Okay.
Can he hide?
Yeah.
So as
like
you run
dash.
over, you run over to what appears to be a large stone, like floor-to-ceiling carving of a Netherese scholar, very similar to the ones that were at the bottom of the Netherese Tower at the Dragomir Sea.
Yeah, that's all he's gonna do.
Okay, Katya.
Question on what can be done in a free action. Like, I'm assuming you can't really retrieve anything from your bag on a free action, can you?
It's an object. It's an object interaction. So I mean,
interact with object, yeah.
And putting on an item, is that also a free action?
Yeah, but you can't have multiple free actions in a turn.
Oh well, that plan's out the window then.
You could get something out ready for next turn.
Yeah, I think so. I think struggling against the stun, Katya reaches into a bag and she pulls out the obsidian black headband.
Okay.
But obviously, as I can't put it on this turn.
Oh no.
Nice.
Intelligence save.
With bless.
Yeah, I'm just
still
getting
up.
to bless.
oh, yes.
With an 18.
Nice.
You managed
You did
to
it.
break free of the mind blast as your world refocuses.
Fantastic.
Anything else, Katya?
Do I still have my bonus then?
I believe you get
Well,
a bonus
it has-
action, apparently. It's at
Okay,
the end of
cool.
your turn. But no,
Yeah,
you do
it's
get a
true, it's
bonus
end.
during your turn.
Okay, so in that case, it doesn't matter which order it happens in, I guess. But as she comes out, she just points to Hiram, and she's like, "Mess him up!" As she throws a bardic towards Hiram as well.
Okay. So Hiram is empowered. Very, very good. So, first off, the Mind Blast does not regenerate on the child of Ioulaum. So, instead, Zumbo, the Mind Flayer looks down at you, and
Lord Ioulaum demands your obedience.
and
No.
cast a wall of force targeting you in a 10-foot dome, trapping you and your tentacle inside.
It's learnt.
Oh, okay.
And you hear a in your mind. So you are trapped in a wall of force.
I'm sure Julia's already going to be doing this, but he's just created a platform for Badger to get up, because Mark's going to run up walls!
At the end of the Child of Ioulaum's turn,
Infuriating.
you hear, Hiram, you explode.
What?
So then
Gonna
You-
finish
you-
that.
Gosh.
you
I'm
used the wrong
sorry.
word there.
She just explode.
You used the wrong word. Yeah.
You take. Your mind erupts with psychic
Not
energy.
saying explode,
You
what the
take
hell?
7 psychic damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Next up is Badger.
How many other people have managed to get their stakes into the brain?
Just 1 currently.
Just one. What's the quickest way for me to get up to Ioulaum?
Up the stairs, or in your case, the face.
The face. Maybe I'll jump off Zumbo's dome going, sorry, and spring off onto the face and scrabble up. So I'm right up there.
Yeah. So where is it you're heading to? Like 45 foot?
Up
Just
there.
straight
yeah,
up?
just 45 foot straight up. Sounds good. Maybe, yeah, there. That's good.
Okay. So
All
you
right.
clamber, you leap and jump, and you scrabble up the side of this this imposing stone face.
Right.
And you find yourself kind of over the top of the brain.
Am I within striking distance
You
of the
are.
brain?
You are.
Okay. I'm going to quarterstaff the brain, first of all. That is an 11.
That is a hit.
It's a hit. Nice. So I'm going to do 13 bludgeoning damage on the brain, plus a Light of the Golden Hills for 2 radiant.
It doesn't appear to react to the physical blow of the staff.
Yes.
It does, however, the brain appears to react to the radiant damage.
Would it react to a stunning strike, though?
There's only one way to find out.
He's probably got all the con.
You think it'd work pretty well on the brain, right?
Yeah.
Ooh, must hurt.
He can do it to our brains, so...
So, Ioulaum rolls a 15.
Oh, man.
Darn. Oh, you know the 3 for 15?
I know, it's a bit mental, isn't it? Okay.
And I can't do anything about that. It's a
No,
save.
no. You can't cutting words a save.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you slam with the quarterstaff, and the brain kind of jiggles, but seems relatively unfazed.
That's fine. I'm gonna stake it. My
Okay.
second attack.
Roll to
I
hit.
don't- What kind of roll is this? Is this strength
Uh,
based?
Yeah, if you click it, it will roll.
That could be a problem.
Okay.
14.
So
Not
you
bad.
slam the brain with the quarterstaff as it kind of jiggles. You then, with your offhand, you grab the stake and impale it into the top of Ioulaum, and it roars as this stake embeds, and then you watch as it sinks further into the flesh. There are 2 stakes.
Very good. I'm going to now step of the wind in order to dash.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to leap onto this 20-foot high pillar over here.
Okay. As you leap away, a tentacle
It's a
rises out of the pool and
Man, it's a
goes
miss.
to grab at you.
It's a miss.
Nice.
Okay, you manage to leap away from the tentacle as it swings at you, and you kind of land on the pillar and then turn around to survey your action, and you can see this gold stud in the top of the creature's brain. Anything else,
Nice.
Badger?
That's it. Thank you.
Okay, Hiram.
I'm gonna run up the stairs. So, yeah.
35, 40.
Then, but I have 60, don't I?
I believe so, yes. I believe your speed doubles. So, as you come up alongside the brain, what do you do?
I am gonna stake it.
Yeah?
I'm gonna runic stake it.
As you do.
I think
Keep
staking
going.
has to be the goal of this fight. I don't know.
Yep.
Ready?
Okay, so you go as you bring your arm up, and this stake's kind of gleaming in your hand. The brain, like reflective, like 2 of the tentacles wrap round to try and swat you away, but you manage to slam in the stake with devastating effect. Roll for damage
9.
for 9.
Question:
Yes.
Can I also do a divine smite?
Ooh.
It is a
It is-
weapon.
It is a weapon. It is a weapon.
Nice.
Hey.
For a further 7. Okay. So the runes on the side of this stake kind of glow as you jam it in, and the brain kind of quivers in anger. Anything else, Hero?
No.
What, you got 2 attacks?
Oh yeah, I do. Sorry. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I forgot. I'm gonna sing at it. Should I attack or should I heal myself?
Attack! Like while you're hasted, just in case I lose haste.
Okay. So first for 29.
29 is a hit. Orbin swings once.
And I am going to cast Divine Smite at 3rd level.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
So roll your standard damage.
So
that's 15 slashing, 13 radiant, and Hiram. It's almost like this thing's undead. Please roll an additional d8 of radiant damage.
Awesome.
Oh yes.
So that is 33 points of damage with your attack as you and the hot like chunks of the brain kind of fly off and land in the pool, and they sink into obscurity. So as you swing Orbin and cut a large chunk off the side of Ioulaum, is there anything else, Hiram?
No, I'm good.
One more attack. You have one more attack.
I do.
Yes.
I am stressed out. Okay, leave me alone.
That is a hit.
And you're not doing great. So second level Divine Smite.
So 10. Okay, so 20 slashing damage from your second attack. As you cut another chunk out of Ioulaum, and the brain roars in your mind in pain. But as you finish your turn,
He's gonna be angry at me. Someone please come and heal me.
you watch as one of your second blow begins to knit itself back together.
Oh, I don't like that.
Bad.
So, Zumbo,
Yep.
you are currently trapped in a bubble of force with your tentacle. Is there anything you can do?
Yeah, I imagine he's just watching what's going up on the platform with unfocused eyes and looking down at his own runic stake, just like a bit dully. But Betty is gonna hiss at the child of Ioulaum, and the tentacle is going to dive into the ground and then reappear on the other side of the wall of force.
Okay, yeah.
Nice.
And start whacking it again.
Okay, sure. Roll to hit.
Oh, sorry. So it's that plus 7. So
Yeah,
20.
that is a hit. That is a hit.
Cool.
Yay.
8 cold damage.
Okay.
Mainly
Again,
for the con save in case he fails it.
it doesn't phase it too much, but the shock of it
Okay.
doesn't manage to break its concentration.
Gosh damn it.
Anything else, Zumbo?
I'll just try my intelligence save. This plus a d4.
Hey, you do it. Okay, so
That's better. Oh yeah.
you take a moment, and your world kind of refocuses as you shrug off the mind blast.
That's
Okay,
good.
so at initiative step 20,
Oh.
Hiram, as you take several swings, you hear
That blade, you will Orbin.
and there's a slightly worried growl that you hear in your mind, and you hear,
No matter. Netheril has fallen and risen, time and time again. This time will be no different.
Sorry.
and shadowy spirits of the Netherese Empire begin to materialize around you, Hiram. Please make me a DC 18 Constitution save.
Sorry, did I say
Whoa.
56?
It does.
What?
DC 18. You
Oh.
No!
No.
Have advantage for some reason, please.
I mean, number one, you've also got the bardic.
Have you got
I
inspiration?
Yep.
Like normal inspiration?
I
Like,
never
if
have
you-
inspiration, but I took.
Have you got bless? You are blessed.
Yeah.
So do
Yeah.
that.
D10 on the bardic, then
Oh my
Oh.
god.
So you need a 7 or more on this.
Okay, I'm gonna say
bardic.
if I roll a 1 again, that I'm calling shenanigans.
Okay, so
19.
20 even.
Thank goodness for that.
So, as these these shadowy spirits of Netheril swarm towards you, you look up to them and you think of everything that you've gone through to get to this point. And as you bring up Orbin, the runes explode out and these spirits start fading away. So you only take half of 49 damage, which is 24.
Yeah.
Holy
Oh my
moly.
god.
So, yeah.
I am.
That was good. That was very, very good.
Okay.
Wow.
Holy moly.
Balthazar.
DM.
Okay.
You are currently grappled by this tentacle.
Sure. I will do magic missile at second level, and I will send 3 to the Mind Flayer with the Wall of Force, and 1 on the tentacle that's grabbing me.
So roll the damage on your tentacle.
Yeah. Slash R1d4 plus 1. 4.
So the tentacle that's grabbing you, as you spear it, and the magic missile kind of runs down its length and explodes out. It quivers and releases you.
Yeah.
On the Mind Flayer.
Hold on, it'll be 3d4 plus 3, right? 13.
So 13 damage.
3 checks, please.
First save, 12.
Damn it.
Second save, 23. Third save, 12.
All right.
They're close.
I can move, right? I will move.
Yes, so you're able to pick yourself up.
Where am I going to move to? Let me think about where I'll move.
Okay.
That's my turn.
So, you're blessed, aren't you?
I am blessed.
So as you shake free of the tentacle and you look up and fire the magic missiles, you hear in your mind,
You are becoming troublesome.
No, I'm not.
and
That just
Ioulaum
break it, right?
reaches into your mind. And what level? Bless is first level, isn't it?
I cast it at third, I think.
In which case you take 9 psychic damage as Ioulaum reaches into your mind and breaks your concentration on Bless.
Ooh.
What a bastard.
God damn it.
Okay.
No more Bless for people. Okay. Anything else, Balthazar?
I think I'm going to move up here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Slate.
I would like to argue that because I have water form, I could probably slip out of this tentacle's grasp.
Ooh.
You will have advantage on the grapple check, for sure.
Excellent. What is the grapple check?
It is a contested athletics or acrobatics.
I will go for athletics and hope to God that that works.
So that is a 16. The grapple check DC is 15. You managed to
Yay!
squirm out of the grip.
Getting out of that, I will then dash.
So that was your action to break free.
Oh,
doesn't it?
okay. Well, then I will go this way very quickly. In a normal way.
Okay.
There.
So as you surge across the floor towards Zumbo in his force cage.
And I'll shake a fist at the child of Ioulaum.
Okay. Ioulaum looks out across his lair and says to you, Slate,
Your form is a mockery. You held so much promise.
No,
fires
stop
a
it.
disintegrate at you.
Stop it.
Can I have a DC 20 dexterity save, please?
No.
Oh, wait. No, this is bad.
No!
This is very bad. Wait a minute.
Hang on. No.
Slate,
Okay, well,
Katya attempts to counterspell, but it doesn't go off.
Yeah.
Oh, well, there you go.
Don't have the bless. Oh no.
Even if I did, it wouldn't work.
That's true.
All right, well, I will.
Sorry, 10d6 plus 40. Holy shit.
Slate, you take
God.
67 force damage.
Is that in my current state or as?
So you've got 66 hit points. So the beam of disintegration strikes you, and the water of your form turns to dust. And as you reform back into Slate, you take 1 overlapping point of damage. So your max hit points back as Slate is 78 because of the aid, and you're down to 77 hit points total.
Cool.
As you rush
Well,
through.
now I'm angry.
Okay. And you just see dust where the water of your form has just turned to dust.
Badger sighs with relief when all the dust settles and Slate is standing there.
Drool.
Drool's going to hold an action. If anyone gets dragged towards the tentacle and either of these two pulls, he's going to run and bite it.
Okay, sounds good.
Nice.
Catcher.
Catch is going to look at she's going to step forward, look at the child of Ioulaum.
Mm-hmm.
We are down to 1 counter spell after this, and she hits it with a psychic glance.
Okay, bear in mind you didn't lose the first one you cast.
Yeah, I know. I put that back.
Cool. So, as you fire the psychic glance at the Mind Flayer, the Mind Flayer relies on its magic resistance and passes 26.
So he takes half of 25.
Half of 25, which is 12 damage.
And that's still a concentration check.
Yes, it is. Minus 12. So it rocks and rolls a 26 on its con save. Zumbo is still trapped. Anything else, Catcher?
How many bardics
As Admiral Akbar would said, it's a trap!
Yeah, like this thing seems to be more powerful than Ioulaum. Like,
I think Hiram begs to differ.
Yeah. I think I will. I can only really see Hiram Balthazar, so I'm going to check another bardic at Hiram.
Okay, another bardic to Hiram.
That's my turn.
Okay. The child of Ioulaum
Dear.
does not recharge its mind blast.
Thank God.
So, instead, it looks to you, Katya, as you fire a lance at it. It kind of brings an arm up to shield itself. It then holds its 2 hands out, and 2 arcane bolts fly back at you.
Oh.
18 and 13 to hit.
Yep and yep.
You take 30 and 28 force damage.
Stop! Can you cutting words it?
The 28 I can cutting words actually, but that's the last of my bardics.
Oh no!
So
wait, the 13 doesn't hit.
Would that
right?
does that actually make a difference to you if you cutting words?
No, because I'd leave it left with 9 hit points. So
probably worth it then.
Yeah, so I'll use my last one to cutting words, and
Okay. So you hear in your mind,
Nothing will stand against Nithering.
and a beam of energy fires out at Badger. 14 to hit.
Misses.
Okay.
Badger goes up. Dodges
Dodge out the way of that. Next up is Badger.
Right.
As this beam of cold flies past you.
Badger ducks it and then looks at the child of Ioulaum and says, "Right, I've had enough of this," and she's going to fiery fist it.
Okay.
Just as many times as she can.
So you can fiery fist it from the pillar. It's within 10 feet.
Tell you
of
what, I'm going to start fiery fisting it from the pillar. That's fine.
Okay.
So, first hit, 17.
Is a hit.
It's only 6 fire damage. Another hit, 26 for 7 fire damage. And then, a flurry of blows. Of course we are. And it's going to be 2 more fiery fists. It's a 12.
So a 12 misses, unfortunately.
It's fine. It's a 16.
A 16 hits, however.
Another 7 fire damage.
7 fire damage. So there's 3 bolts of fire erupt out of you and slam into the child of Ioulaum. It brings its arm up to shield itself as best it can, but 15, 25, 26.
I was just going to check. Can I stunning strike on a fiery fist?
No, has to be.
Okay, has to be contact. That's fine.
So it still manages to maintain its concentration. Zumbo, unfortunately, you are still trapped. Anything else, Badger?
No, that is it, I think. Bit worrying.
Hiram, you have just fought off a legion of Netherese ghosts. What would you like to do?
What was the last thing Ioulaum said?
None can stand. Yeah.
Against. Yeah.
None can stand against Netheril.
Oh, I think he's going to raise his sword and say, "We will stand against you, and if we fall, there will be others who will take our place. You will never win. You will always have to run and hide." And I'm going to take 3 swings at him and not bother.
That sounds quite inspiring, Hiram.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sounds inspirational.
Thank you.
As you gain inspiration, make your first attack.
25.
That is a hit.
For 9 damage, and I'm gonna go blow through my spell book here, guys. I need this fucker to be gone.
Oh.
You are making noises.
Yep, I'm gonna stay quiet.
Have you lost concentration, Katia?
Not yet.
Oh yeah, do you want to do that before I do anything?
This turned out really good, and I was suddenly like, oh shit.
That's a big DC as well.
It's
That's
a big DC. As well.
Was it 15? Run 14?
So, yes, Katia, there's a DC 15. Oh, Hiram. Oh, Hiram. Go, Katia, go! Oh!
God.
So, Hiram, as you're kind of in your speech, we will stand, you feel this wave of lethargy rip across you.
This is what happens when you do hard drugs.
What happens off the back of haste coming off?
Fatigue for a turn.
Fatigue for a turn. Yeah. Okay.
Like no action, no bonus action, no movement. Is that right?
Okay. In which case, yeah, Hiram, you your strength leaves you for a moment as you kind of lose your breath. You almost feel the brain turning and kind of raising an eyebrow. Anything else, Hiram?
Very obvious enough.
Okay. In which case, at the top of turn, Ioulaum's wounds stitched together. Zumbo.
Darn it.
Wall of Force is completely invisible, isn't it?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah.
You can see the light reflecting off it, so you can see the edges of it.
Okay, he'd just be kind of prodding it with his runic stake. Guys! Meanwhile, Betty is going to carry on wailing with the tentacle.
Okay.
He's got to fail one at some point. 14.
Is a miss, unfortunately.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh. I can cast a spell, but I just don't know if it's worth it. No, it's not really. Okay, yeah, that's me.
Okay.
I guess he'll just pull his hat over his head and hide.
Sure. After you, Zumbo, Ioulaum pulses with energy, and you watch as the Mind Flayer swells with energy, same as it did before. So, for all intents and purposes, the Mind Flayer now has inspiration.
That's not good.
Balthazar.
Okay, I'm going to be casting... Oh, question, Dan. Can I move up here?
It'll require a climb check, I suspect. Not a very difficult one, but one regardless.
Okay, but that won't take my action, right?
No.
Okay, let's do that. I'd like to climb up there, please.
Okay, so as you clamber up onto the head of...
Athletics?
Yes.
Okay.
That is fine. Yeah.
Cool. I will cast Mel's Minute Meteors, and 6 arcane balls will hover and circle around Balthazar.
Mm-hmm.
And I will send 2 onto the Mind Flayer with the.
Unfortunately,
Yes.
Ioulaum fails to stop your spell. Woo! Oh, okay. So fire your Mel's Meteors.
You need to make a Dex save DC 16 twice. I can fire 2 at a time, and I've got 6 total.
That is a fail.
Yep.
And a fail.
Nice.
Okay, so hold on. So that's 4d6. So that's 46 straight. Yeah. Okay. And 2 con checks. 15 points of damage.
So it takes 15 force damage from your 2 meteors and
2.
Passes the first with a 14. Passes the second with an 18.
Okay. That's my turn.
On the plus side, Zumbo, eventually this thing will die.
This is the plan. We're just going to.
That's probably where we're going to end up at.
Yeah.
As that happens, Balthazar, it's tried and tested. A tentacle rolls out and goes to wrap around you, but you are wise to it and manage to deflect it away with your shield.
I know your tricks.
Next up is Slate.
I would like to find out first and foremost, the Child of Ioulaum is not a undead.
It doesn't look well, if that's what you mean.
It's not an undead creature.
It looks distinctly less moist.
It's pallid.
It's very pallid and distinctly less moist than the black-hided one that you fought earlier. It does look different to the Ulitharid you fought in Gamrahast's tower.
That's interesting.
In general, are Illithids undead?
No.
Or are they constructs?
They generally aren't undead.
Okay,
But
brilliant.
This Mind Flayer does not look like other Mind Flayers.
Screw it, I'll try. Why not? I'm gonna
Tell you
throw...
what, roll me a nature check.
Yeah, that's a great idea. How about we do that? That's a good way to do things. Natur. A 7, does that tell me anything?
All Mind Flayers are the same, aren't they?
Yeah.
This one's just 9
Alright,
foot
well,
tall.
let's just see how it goes.
Okay.
I'm gonna throw a 4th level blight onto this Illithid and see if it works.
As you cast the blight, the necrotic energy wraps around the Mind Flayer. The Mind Flayer instinctively brings its arms up, and then as the energy ripples across its skin, it marvels in the blessings of Ioulaum that it has been graced with. It takes no damage.
Damn.
Doop.
I tried.
Yeah.
You tried. Anything else, Slate? Would you like to move?
Yes, I will move up the stairs towards Ioulaum again.
Okay.
Sweet.
As you do that, Ioulaum,
your grasps of the arcane arts are feeble at best.
You notice
I'll go.
the pool around him begins to bubble.
No.
And as the bubbles pop,
Oh
a
no.
a poisonous green-yellow gas begins wafting out of the pool.
Oh dear. 5 on a failed save.
So, Hiram, Balthazar, and Slate, can I please have DC 20 Constitution saves, please?
Affected even if they don't breathe. That's bad, isn't it?
I have advantage.
Slate rolls a 7.
Yeah, 22.
Hiram rolls
You'll
a
have
20.
a bardic inspiration.
Wait, is that with your +3?
Oh, yeah, you arrived at +3. It's already 20.
20. Okay, so Hiram has passed, Balthazar has passed. You take 20 poison damage or 10 for Hiram and Balthazar as this poisonous cloud wafts out, and the brain almost kind of jiggles as if laughing. What does Drool do?
Again, holds his action.
Okay. At the end of Drool's turn, a tentacle whips out from the northwestern pool and goes to lunge for you, Hiram, but you manage to slice it as it comes in towards you. Katya, you are feeling woozy.
And the fog is heavily obscurement, isn't it?
I believe so.
So I can't even see Hiram.
It would seem also that this poison is trickling over the edges of the dais and will spread out through the room.
That's for 10 minutes? Holy shit. Although I think the brain might be concentrating on that effect.
It is.
Retroactively, that is a spell, isn't it? Or is it an ability?
It is a spell.
Do you mind if I retroactively use counterspell?
Yeah, go for it.
What's the DC?
5th level.
So it's DC 15. Here we go.
Okay, you try to stop the cloud, but it billows out regardless. So, Katya, on your turn, what do?
I'm going to move here away from it, and the best I can do is a Dissonant Whispers against the Child Ioulaum.
Okay. It rolls with advantage and fails.
It takes, 5 psychic damage, and it must immediately use its reaction to move its speed.
Okay. So, it floats. It is blown away 30 feet. Blows past you, Badger.
Does it go past me? Can I use my reaction?
It does. You can, yes.
Oh, thank you. I'm going to use my quarterstaff. 22 to hit.
That is a hit.
I would quite like to stun it as well, but I'm not sure it's going to work.
Golden light, because it seems.
Yes, please. Which turn will this count for?
It's the same as sneak attack, so you can just use it freely.
Okay.
So that is a total of 12 damage as you smack this mind flayer as it flies past you. As you do that, it rolls a 15. It is still concentrating.
Sure.
I need another one because of Katya's spell.
He did that one. That was a 22.
Oh okay, fine.
Anything else, Katya?
No, that is all.
The Child of Ioulaum does not regenerate its Mind Blast. It looks to you, Badger. It floats up to you and...
Oh, no. Please stop.
Reaches for you with one hand, 21 to hit.
It's a hit.
Reaches for you with the other, 23.
It's a hit. Please don't.
You
Please,
take...
No, stop it.
22 cold damage.
Sure.
-5.
-5. So 17 cold damage.
Right.
And it gains that many hit points. As it drains you. Drains you of life.
Yeah. Well.
Badger, what do you do in response?
Gonna whack it. Whack it with my quarterstaff. 20 to hit, dirty 20. 12 bludgeoning damage. Does he care? Does he seem to care at all?
It does care, surprisingly.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. Let's do it again. It's a 15.
That is a hit.
Oh, rather good.
11
bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
May
So
I
as you-
attempt a stunning strike?
You may.
Let's try. So, can I have a con save from the Gribbly?
Rolls a 16.
Bastard. Okay, that's fine. I'll just do my unarmed bonus attack.
23 is a hit.
6 fire damage.
So 6 damage. However, that is also 3 successful attacks.
Come on, statistically, you should fail one now.
I start with a crit.
Rubbish.
A 12 and an 18.
Come on.
There's a 10% chance.
The 1 in 10 chance. You must have rolled 20 now.
Someone help me kill this thing.
Yeah, I'll do
Here
it.
this cloud is kind of billowing out. It looks like it will. It appears to like it's billowing out like a halo.
There's only so much I can do. I am going to.
Plus, you can't see, right? Heavily obscured means blinded, right?
Disadvantage on the attack.
Oh no, I'm not kidding, guys. I am using up the last of my lay on hands.
Okay.
Get myself back up to 14, and then I am leaving the cloud.
Okay.
Yeah,
First
fair
here.
enough.
I'm gonna stand next to where the tentacle is,
Mm-hmm.
and then as a bonus action, I think I'm close enough to Badger. I am going to use one of my child divinities.
Yeah.
Yep. Well,
As you-
it's not going to entire, but at least it will keep us maybe okay for one more turn.
Ooh.
So that is plus your charisma mod. So that's
That's good.
5
Yes.
5 hit points.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's great. Feels appropriately named, that ability at the moment.
So as you run forward and the hope in resolving your chest, you embolden your allies to help turn the tide. You can end where you wanted to, because you could stop, do the bonus action, finish off me.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Anything else, Hiram?
No, that's all.
Okay. A tentacle whips out of the northeastern pool and goes to grab you, Slate. 28 to hit.
Yep.
Slate, you take 30 bludgeoning damage as this tentacle wraps around you and 9 psychic, and you are pulled towards the pool.
Oopsies.
So you watch as Slate is kind of grabbed and yanked away. Zumbo.
Yeah, he's basically just cheering Betty on at this point. So 15 to hit.
That is a hit.
Tentacle. Oh, okay. 8 cold damage.
8 cold damage. It tickles at the feet of the child of Ioulaum and rolls a 17.
That's pretty gutting.
Let's just kill it, people.
Yeah.
I just can't do anything else to it really without hurting you guys.
Ooh.
And that's obviously a bad idea. So, yeah. Oh man. Well, okay. I guess question for you, Dan.
Yeah.
This gas.
Yeah.
If I was to open, theoretically, a portal, say there, for example,
Yeah.
might the gas be sucked into it?
I like the way you think, boy. Are you gonna have Betty do her best Henry Hoover impression?
Yeah, she's gonna go full naughty Nunu if you think that'll work.
Okay, yeah. A strong wind dispels it, so being sucked into another dimension.
Okay, well, sorry about this, Balthazar, but it's for your own good.
Sorry, what? Hold a minute.
Yeah, it's not, but it's that or the gas kills us all. So we're gonna go for.
How strong is a strong wind? Would a gust of wind do it?
Like a light fart. Will that work?
Gust would probably do it, yeah. Okay, so Zumbo, as you cast, Betty disappears, rematerializes on the ceiling, drops down, and as she does, the circular mouth under her tentacles opens up, and there's this. Sure enough, the gas, like the sudden change of pressure, sucks the gas up and away from Balthazar.
So I'm just in a horrible tentacle nightmare, basically.
I once heard that Betty really enjoyed farming equipment, but now she's an ex-tractor fan.
Stop it.
It's our advantage.
You know what? You need it. Yeah.
Anti-inspiration.
I feel like I took psychic damage from that. I'm pretty sure.
Have your fucking inspiration, Carl. Right, so Ioulaum.
That was some A+ yes anding,
Hold on,
DM.
I take some fucking damage as well, right?
No,
yes.
not yet.
Not yet.
Any creature starts its turn. Oh, beg your pardon. Okay, so this black morass is kind of hovering above Ioulaum, just kind of sucking the gas out.
But I'm going to take more damage from the fucking Hung of Hadar.
You can move away from that, whereas the gas is just going to follow you.
The
I like to
gas
read
would have
what
been
it
a
says.
lot worse.
The void is filled with a cacophony of soft whispers and slurping noises. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Although it says dark between the stars, I like to imagine it's basically a portal to the deep ocean and a kraken is on the other
Ocean,
side.
I love it. I
Yeah.
love
Okay,
it.
that sounds
yeah.
good. So, it's as it sucks the gas into the bottom of the ocean. Anything else, Zumbo?
No, that's action and bonus action.
Okay. In which case, in anger, Ioulaum, the flesh of Ioulaum quivers, and he roars out,
Stop resisting.
and
What?
a wave of necrotic energy pulses out of the brain. Balthazar, you are the only one within 20 feet. Can I have a DC 18 Constitution save, please?
Can saving throw. Okay. Ooh.
Balthazar, you take 21 necrotic damage.
Cool.
As this anti-life wave erupts out of the brain.
Gotcha. Big fan.
Next up is
Stress.
Ioulaum.
Stressful times.
Looks to Badger
Okay.
and commands you bow.
DC 18 charisma.
DC
well,
18
this
charisma.
Do you get a plus?
is a 10% chance.
Unfortunately not.
I do not get anything.
Yeah, 20 feet up.
Well,
Good luck.
thanks. Nah.
Oh dear, oh
Badger,
dear.
You can have it.
You feel your legs go stiff as you are bound in place.
Yep. Fine.
Balthazar, at the start of your turn.
I failed the deck save. I therefore take.
5 cold damage.
Okay. Happy
Sorry.
days. Big fan. That means I need to make a con check. Let's go. Advantage. I've been very lucky with these.
And
Yeah,
don't
cool.
end
Me
your
too,
turn
mate.
there.
All right. Let me get the fuck out of here. This is horrible.
Okay, so as you slide down the
Can I-
side of the face.
Move here, please.
Yep.
Okay. I still have 4 meteors up. I will send 2 onto the Mind Flayer. This one here.
Good.
Yeah.
I need deck save. DC. What's my DC? I think it's 16.
16. It fails.
Yeah.
Roll for damage. I'll take the first one. 12 damage. I'll
and
take the
use
second
second
one if
one.
he fails.
Yep.
Which he does. That is a total
Yay.
of 19 damage.
19?
So there's a sound. There's wet sounds of schlorping from this black miasma floating above the brain. You see Balthazar, you like stagger out of it. And as you kind of point your staff and the 2 orbs fly away from you and collide with the Mind Flayer, you see the Mind Flayer, like, Badger, you're frozen and the Mind Flayer has you in both hands and like it's lifting its tentacles up and it looks up just in time for the meteors, one to strike it in the side of the head, which turns its head, and as it turns, a second meteor hits it just underneath the jawbone, and you watch Balthazar as it pierces the flesh and explodes out the top of its head. And Badger, you're released as the Mind Flayer takes 19 damage, killing it.
Okay.
Oh.
Yep. Balthazar would have directed his staff down and go, get out of here! And the meteors
And
go.
as that happens, the force field around you, Zumbo, dissipates.
Ooh.
Nice.
Anything else, Balthazar?
Yeah, that is a bonus action.
Okay.
Can you roll the 2 con saves just to see if you would have failed?
Wait, do we need
Just
it?
for
Do we need it?
Well, I'm wondering.
He's dead. He's dead.
Okay, all right.
That's the ultimate fail of con save.
I will do a 5th level Mass Cure Wounds,
Mass Cure Wounds.
and I can't get. I don't even see Slate. I mean, I don't think I do see Slate.
I'm
Although
behind you.
Slate, you can see them.
Except I can't get both Slate and Katya. But I know Katya's injured, so I will go for
Do you not
Katya.
know that Slate's a bit unwell.
I haven't seen Slate
Ah, okay.
since the beginning of the combat. There've been
Okay.
other way around,
Okay.
and I can't do both. So I think everyone bar Slate will get what do we get? 13. Low rolls.
Nice.
13 hit points.
Thank you.
That's still very helpful.
That is
Phew.
really helpful.
Yeah.
So there's still three spears, isn't there? Three anchors.
3 anchors.
Mine, Zumbos, and Slates.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, anything else, Balthazar?
That's my turn.
Slate.
Okay, I'm going to try and get out of the grapple.
Yeah. So, athletics or acrobatics, the DC is 15.
Ooh, fine, I'll have to be athletics. Since I'm rubbish at both, I have failed.
You're still grappled. So that was your action. If you've got any bonus actions, you may do those.
I do not.
Okay. Ioulaum, on his turn, drags you into the pool.
Ah.
As the tentacle pulls you in,
He took 2d6 cold damage just then, by the way, at the beginning.
Yeah,
of
7 cold damage.
beginning of his turn. Okay, cool. So, Slate, you take 12 psychic damage,
No.
and then it pulls you into the pool. You are now submerged.
Stop it.
And the
That's 12 for
tentacle,
this time or 12 for next time?
12 now, and you are now underwater. And you can feel creatures like swimming against your skin, like small tadpole-like creatures.
Yeah.
So on Ioulaum's turn, he takes 7 damage, which then translates to, if it at all matters, it doesn't. He passes a concentration save, so the gas is still present just at the bottom of the sea, murdering the natural wildlife.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Seeing the death of the child of Ioulaum, the brain goes into a defensive maneuver and casts mirror image on itself.
Huh?
Okay.
And
I need a dex save from it at the end of its turn, Dan.
oh, sorry. Yep. So it was a 13.
I think that's a fail. Let me check. Okay, yeah, fail.
Okay.
So it gets grabbed by some horrible tentacles and takes 4 acid damage.
4 acid. Okay. Cool. So Jewel is by the statue. What does Jewel do?
Drool runs across the room to hide down by here instead.
Yes.
Ready for
Yep.
his next turn.
Okay. Katya, you have seen Slate disappear into the brine pool in the northeastern corner.
I can see them go into the pool, but I don't know how to help with that.
Catch his
I can't-
hand. Scoop.
Gone. Used up.
Scoop. Oh, okay.
I have nothing now but first and second levels.
Oof.
Oh
Rough.
boy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
Lots of counter spells that went nowhere.
Oh, it's rough.
So getting the spike into it, now it's mirror image, that's a lot harder, isn't it?
Quite possibly.
It's also going to be disadvantage to hit it as long as Hunger of Hadar's is up. But if anyone wants me to drop it, just shout and Zombo will.
Yeah, we've got to make sure he gets rid of
That's
the...
still there, so keep it up.
Yeah. Well, actually, it needs to make another concentration save for the acid damage, technically.
Yes, it does.
Not that it'll probably matter, but you never know.
Ioulaum,
Oh my.
yeah.
We can't actually roll less than a 10.
Just got to make sure you do more than 22 damage to it.
It's quite hard when we can't hit it.
Let's change the scenery slightly.
Ooh.
Sorry, what?
Ballsy.
Yeah, Catcher's going to try and dive into his mind.
Its mind is a lot bigger than yours, Katya.
Are you going to mock him to death from within?
I'm gonna try something.
He rolls a 22 on his wisdom save and passes. As he reflects your intrusions.
I got nothing. I got nothing. That's my turn.
man.
Badger.
Yes. So I'm rooted to the spot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's fine. It doesn't say what kind of effect it is. It's just a thing he does.
like
I'm not
You're being
charmed, frightened, anything.
psychically dominated.
So I can just try and break free with a charisma save.
Yeah.
Now I have stillness of mind, and and that is for charm and frightened conditions. However, could we argue that Badger's so in tune with her mind and her kind of mental discipline that she gets advantage on the save?
Are you charmed or frightened in this scenario?
Not technically, no.
Ah.
I just want to make the argument that because I have
because if it was frightened, I
stillness
could have helped you with that.
it's up to Dan.
My argument is, come on, just give us a break.
Yeah,
I will
Dan.
let you have advantage.
Oh,
Go.
thank you. It's not going to make much of a difference, but we can try.
Oh. Yeah, did it.
Nice.
So you managed to break free of the grasp, and your movement is your own again.
Hopefully,
It's
it
not-
shows that they have
that's
turn
the
in
end
time.
of my turn, right? That
Yes.
happened?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Brilliant. Thank you.
Hiram.
Can I actually see Slate at all? Like when I say submerged, like is there like a hand?
You can
Try
see
and
that
try
there's a lot of commotion and like arms, like hands are kind of emerging out as
Awesome.
these tentacles are thrashing about.
I am gonna go there
Okay. Yeah.
and throw a fucking rope for Slate.
Throw what?
A rope. I have
rope.
a hempen rope in my bag.
Okay. So
I am fishing.
you
Very
throw the
good
rope
rope.
and it lands on the surface of this sludgy liquid and then begins to sink in. So Slate, on your next turn, you'll have advantage. Anything else, Hiram?
Oh,
Zumbo.
So the tentacle is going to move over there. So yeah, going to appear by Hiram, and then it's going to start rooting around in the goop, trying to grab Slate.
Sure. Okay.
Am I all right to do that? It's not technically able to, but
Roller to hit with disadvantage.
okay, fine. So 20, but then I'll roll it again.
Loving the idea of like two tentacles just like fighting.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, nice, 20.
Ooh.
Okay.
So, Zumbo, as your tentacle re-emerges at the side of this pool, it lunges into the ooze. Slate, it's difficult for you to see, but you feel a tentacle wrap around your arm, and you are yanked from the pool, coughing and spluttering to Hiram's feet.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Then
Cough out like a
Zumbo will.
I think you need to get rid of the hunger of Hadar.
Well, the hunger's holding the cloud kill back.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
it's
but
going to
it's-
charge straight into it.
If we are dead, like we can't get
Yeah.
close to it.
Yeah, the cloud
I
kill
mean,
will kill us.
the hunger of Hadar has absorbed the cloud kill. The cloud kill is gone.
Okay.
Oh, it's gone.
It's
Gone,
been
gone,
cur-
gone.
It's been
Get rid of-
curbied. Yes.
Okay, fine. Well, yeah, I might as well drop the hunger of Hadar then.
Okay.
Sweet.
So as Betty closes her mouth, and then kind of bounces off the brain and lands on your shoulder, Zumbo.
Yeah, I'm going to just charge up the stairs and try and jam the runic stake home.
Just like a rapier.
Yeah, just like a rapier. That's not so great.
In which case you lunge at the brain, but where you think the brain is, and it's just an illusionary surface.
Okay.
Zumbo. At the end of your turn. Seeing that it is down on numbers, Ioulaum regenerates a 5th level spell slot.
Oh no, that's
No.
not good.
Which... Yeah, okay. Balthazar.
Cool. I will send my 2 meteors crashing down on Ioulaum.
Yeah.
Dex save DC 16, please.
Dex save DC 16. Rolls
Fail.
a 1 and a 15.
Fail.
Yay!
7 and 10, 17 points of damage.
17 points of damage. Wham, wham, and the two meteors slam into the brain. It shakes under the impact.
And I would like to Mage Hand Slate's stake. I imagine it's on them.
Yeah.
And I'd like to throw it into the Mind Flayer.
Roll me a spell casting ability check.
Okay. Ability check. Normal. Let's go 11.
Okay. As Slate's stake flies towards Ioulaum, if you have 3 duplicates, you must roll a 6 or higher to hit a duplicate. The stake pierces what you think is a brain, but one of the duplicates disappears. So your stake is still held in the mage hand, but the Ioulaum is down to 2 mirror images.
Ooh.
Cool. That was my turn.
Okay.
Am I going to stay there? I'll think about it.
At the end of your turn, Ioulaum, in protestation, reaches into your mind
Oh no.
and detonates some psychic damage to the tune of 12 psychic damage, Balthazar.
Who's my mind?
Yes.
Oh. Sadly, I stayed next to Badger. Okay. Yeah, just take it.
Okay. Next up is Slate. Your stake has just been kind of ripped away from you.
Yep.
And as
Bit disoriented.
there's a couple of like slimy grey slug-like tadpoles crawling across you, like trying to go into your ears and like up your nostrils, but you manage to pull them off.
I'll just like do that, and then like they'll come up my ears. I imagine. But yeah, I'll kind of crawl backwards very quickly and get up and say, "Thank you, thank you." And then as I do that, I will go. Well, I don't have to go anywhere actually. I will go here, but what I'll do first, just as kind of a way to kind of sort some stuff out, is cast a Mass Cure Wounds.
Oh.
I'm gonna cast that. Not the only one with magic, eh?
Yeah.
So it does 17 plus an additional 3 for 20 because of your sickle.
Oh, no. Oh yeah, of course. So I'm gonna do that on everyone here, which I'm hoping covers everyone, but I don't know if it covers everyone.
Everyone bar Katya.
20.
That's very good.
It's amazing.
Very good.
Whoa.
Actually, no, beg your pardon. If it's a 30-foot radius, Katya, you do get the healing.
Nice.
Hey.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna take that for myself as well because I am desperate for that, which
Very
is
useful.
Yeah, it's got me almost back up to full health.
And then I will also make my moves to get as far as I can to, which I think will be here-ish, to try and get up those bloody stairs again.
Okay, so
Even though I haven't got it, I'll just be like, if I get there, I'll ask Balthazar for my
sure.
thing
So
back.
as you make your way back to the southeastern corner. Anything else, Slate?
I'll shake my fist again, angrily, at Ioulaum.
Okay. Ioulaum.
I'm not liking this. Pause, Dan.
Got so many options
Yeah.
to mess us up with.
Ooh,
Level.
level 5 spell's gonna
At
happen.
what point does he sit there and think, I have too many options?
Ioulaum whispers out into your mind, Badger.
Mine.
You are a soul that has tasted death already.
No, stop
You
it.
will be used to it.
Not me.
No, come on.
Can I have a DC 20 Constitution save, please?
Come on.
Oh, it's not.
Oh, that's bad.
It's really bad.
As this
78 plus
beam of
30.
negative energy streaks out towards you, you take 64 necrotic damage.
Right. Okay. Cool.
Oh, you're not dead.
Cool.
Oh.
That's only because of Slate's mass healing word.
Drool.
Drool's going to step up to here, watching these two pools for tentacles, and will hold his action to grab them as they appear.
Okay. Katya.
Oh, this is dumb. This is dumb. Katya pulls out her stake. Runs up, so that's 10.
Nice rump
30.
steak.
Oh my! No, you want a nice ribeye.
Ribeye steak.
So at this point, she's a bit tapped on magic or psychic magic. So she just runs screaming with a runic stake and just screams as she leaps through the air.
That is a hit.
Oh,
is it? Oh god.
Does she hit him?
On a 1 to 8. Sorry, 1 to 7. A second of the illusory duplicates disappear.
There's
It
only
is
one of
down
those
to 1.
fuckers left.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's what we need to do.
Anything else, Katya?
I can't see anyone from up here, so I could only see Drool. So she looks round and gives Drool seven hit points because he's needed that.
he's a good boy.
He's a good...
As you finish your turn, a tentacle lunges out and grabs for Balthazar. 20 to hit.
Miss.
Okay. You parry that away.
Love saying
Badger.
that. 20 miss.
What is your AC? 21.
21.
Nice.
Yeah.
Badger, you you feel that the beam, whatever just struck you, has sapped you of your strength and energy. But as you pull yourself back together, your eyes begin to return to that original golden glow. What would you like to do?
Okay, I'm gonna leap back onto the stairway next to Zumbo.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna start whacking it to get rid of the illusory selves.
Yeah.
So quarterstaff whack, 12.
So that is a hit.
Okay.
So on an 11 or more, you dissipate the final illusionary. You hit Ioulaum proper.
Okay. Yay. Lovely. Now, so that's only 6 bludgeoning. So let's do it again. Oh, it's 27.
That is a hit. You hit Ioulaum.
Oh my goodness. Stop it.
You've got your radiant damage as well.
Oh yeah, I'd like to do that, please.
So that is a total of 19 damage so far from your 2 attacks.
Plus 8
another
radiant.
8, so 27.
This is not the goal of what I'm doing here. I want to get rid of the last illusory one so that the others can stab it with their runes. Right.
Give him an elbow. Give him the people's elbow.
I'm just figuring out. I definitely want to use a key point right now. Can I try to stun him, please?
Yeah.
Might as well.
Okay.
Or I could flurry of blows it.
Flurry. His con is so high.
Flurry. He's very, very conny, isn't he? So 2 unarmed strikes.
It's a complete con.
Oh!
Oh.
On an 11 or more, it hits the illusory.
Shit.
Oh, what is it?
One more.
Okay, so that's
I mean, it is
another
a shame to waste a crit on a duplicate.
15 damage. One
I
more.
can't believe now you're rolling low, by the way.
Okay.
That's it. And
Yes.
Come on.
Yes.
the rest of the
Got it.
illusions disappears. So as you lay into this thing.
Nice.
Kill him!
Have I got any more movement?
You only spent like 20 to get there.
Okay. I might try to slip out of everyone's way. I'm gonna hop down.
So you hop down off the stairs,
Yes.
and as you go,
Oh dear. Is it a tentacle?
a beam of
Sunshine.
Katya, a tentacle lunges out at you.
Oh.
25 to hit.
Yes, that is a hit.
Oh shit.
No.
You take 16 bludgeoning and 8 psychic as you are pulled 15 feet towards the nearest pool.
Drool triggers. Yep, perfect.
Yeah, nice.
Comes over and hum on the tentacle.
That is a hit. So as this tentacle pulls you off the dais, Drool runs over and bites it, and the tentacle releases you.
Excellent.
Okay.
Good boy.
She ruffles his face. Good boy.
That is the end of Badger's turn. Hiram!
Okay, Hiram is going to run here. And do I see Katya? Yeah.
Not on the other side of the face, unfortunately.
Actually, I am going to dash.
Yeah.
To Katya. I think I can go like maybe this far.
Yeah,
One
you
second.
can get there. That's fine.
Okay.
Okay, so you
And,
rush to the bottom of the other
try-
set of stairs where Katya is.
Yeah, and I said, Katya! Give me the steak.
Okay.
Okay, so as Katya hands you the steak, anything else, Hiram?
Yeah, and as a bonus action, I am going to cast Shield of Fate on myself.
Okay. Shield of Faith.
Which means I get a +2 AC.
Ioulaum, sensing this, counter spells it.
Let's say a first level spell.
And Ioulaum declares to you all,
Strike me down, and I merely return later.
anything else, Hiram?
No, just thinking like, my god, he's just so cliched.
At the start of the round, Ioulaum regenerates 15 hit points.
Busted.
Yeah.
He obviously doesn't like regenerating, otherwise he'd be fine with that. But, you know.
Zumbo, what would you like to do?
So Zumbo is going to take some deep breaths, steady himself, and looking for a weak spot in the brain. Never used this before, but we're going to go for a steady aim.
Okay.
And then he's going to try and, when he spots somewhere, he's going to try and slam the runic stake home again.
Okay, so you get advantage on the attack roll. That's a hit. Roll for damage.
Okay. Okay.
Close enough. Okay, you've got sneak attack as well, I guess, because you've got advantage.
Oh, yeah.
And you do 0 damage, but sneakily do 11. Okay, so Ioulaum roars out as you wham slam in the 4th stake. Anything else, Zumbo?
That's bonus action, and my speed's now 0, so nope.
Okay. In which case, Ioulaum, like as you slam in the stake, a tentacle kind of slithers up towards you, and Ioulaum whispers to you,
Your vitality. I want it.
Zumbo, please roll me a DC 18 Constitution save.
Okay. Oh.
Okay. So, you feel this tentacle rises up, kind of wraps around your one ankle, and you feel a psychic link forge between you and Ioulaum. Whenever Ioulaum takes damage, he takes half and you will take the other.
Ooh.
Balthazar.
Okay. I'm gonna go up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna cast Fairy Fire on Ioulaum.
Yeah. So DC 16.
That's right.
He
Fails.
fails. Cool. Okay, so Ioulaum lights up.
Lights up in a blue glow, similar to Balthazar's eyes and Meteor's.
Okay.
And Balthazar will move down.
Okay.
You've still got the runic spear in your hand.
I don't have it. It's in the mage hand up here.
Okay.
Slate.
I am going to. Can I jump onto these steps without any kind of?
Yeah, I mean you can move. You can get there for fine. That's fine.
Cool.
So
And then I'd like to run up,
Yeah.
reach up to the mage hand, grab the
Stake.
thing and the stake, and jump down and spear it into the.
Okay, so as you grab the 5th stake, you have advantage on this attack roll.
Nice. Okie dokie. Let me get that and be like bam bam bam, bam bam.
Oh, nice.
Oh, there's a crit.
Great.
Finally,
Roll for damage.
I certainly will. Oh.
7 damage.
Ooh, big crit.
As you
Yay.
stab the 5th stake in, and you see there is light in the runic carvings that begins to light up. Who has the last stake? Katya. Okay. Anything else, Slate?
I'll scream out one more. And can I slide down here, or is it danger?
You can jump down. It might be a bit of a fall though. It's 20 feet up.
I'll walk slightly further down.
I'll take the lift.
Who is concentrating on something? Balthazar.
Me.
Balthazar's concentrating on something, isn't he?
No!
So,
Lisa.
the end of Slate's turn, Ioulaum reaches out to your mind, Balthazar, and enough. And there's a twinge in your mind,
Yes.
and your concentration on fairy fire is dispelled.
Damn it. Well, it had its use, right?
Yes.
Okay. And I take 1d4.
And you take 1d4
1d4.
damage, which is a total of 1 damage.
Ow! Ouch! Brain freeze.
Ioulaum
No!
scans you all,
Stop.
knowing who holds the last stake. Katya.
No!
No!
Oh,
A
fuck's sake.
singular voice in your mind, and you are stunned
Oh!
Rough.
as Ioulaum reaches into your mind and shakes you into bare consciousness. That is his turn. Draw.
Jules just going to hold his action again.
Okay. Katya, at the end of your turn, you're stunned, so you have you got any bonus actions?
No, but you just never mind.
Okay.
That is my turn.
You can make a DC 20 con save to shake off the stun.
Oh. You have no commodifier, Katya?
No.
So you have to roll a 20.
Yep.
Okay.
Shit.
That's shit. Oh,
Badger.
Right. Can I, Badger hearing, presumably, that something's happened to Katya,
Yeah.
and knowing that Katya's got the last stake, I want her to basically take the quickest route to Katya. She's going to do some parkour.
Parkour.
Give me an acrobatics check.
27.
Amazing.
You jump up onto the steps next to Slate. You leap. You skip across
Onto the
his
nose.
cheekbone, his nose, onto the other cheekbone, and you slide down onto the steps. You are sort of like
Is
5
the
foot,
stake
5 foot
easily
above
grabbable?
Katya.
Did you have it in your hand, Katya?
Yes.
Excellent. I'm going to take it. I'm sorry. And I'm going to run up for Ioulaum.
Okay, that's 45 feet.
Perfect. And now we runic stake the beach.
Do it.
It's a 16 to hit
That is a hit.
Yes!
Nice.
for 0 damage. My little -1 strength mod.
These stakes need sharpening.
That's fine. As you slam in the final stake, and as you push it into the side of the brain, the runes, you see a light emerging from the folds in the brain as the runes begin to light up along the stakes which are embedded in its flesh. As that happens, golden chains begin to form and tie between the stakes, and they begin to wrap round, and you see Ioulaum, like his tentacles lash out and then are caught by the chains, pulled in, and Ioulaum is crushed as the chains begin to pull in on him. Anything else, Badger?
Give him a kick.
That is probably, unless I could spend a key point to back off, just in case he starts thrashing.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do
Well,
that. I'm gonna dash.
As you dash. Okay,
Nice,
so
please.
as that happens, as you dash away, a tentacle out of
Yeah.
desperation
Yeah.
swings out and clatters Zumbo. 19 to hit.
19 hits.
You take 17 bludgeoning and 13 psychic as you are pulled 15 feet towards the southeastern pool.
Okay. Would I take some full damage there as well?
Nah, you're fine.
Drool is obviously held action.
Yeah.
So Drool, yep.
Okay, so Drool runs across and takes a bite of the tentacle.
Oh.
The tentacle slides out the way, wise to your shenanigans. Okay. Hiram. You can see a number of gold chains wrapped around Ioulaum's form. What would you like to do?
I would like to go up and stab him.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Okay. Going
Do it.
once.
Yeah, finish him off.
As a hit.
Yeah.
Do it.
For 13 damage.
Kill him.
and
Yeah.
for,
Maybe don't kill
And
him.
No, we need to.
second
He's
level
a
strike.
No,
No, but
because
he's
that's what the
contained.
chains were for.
Okay.
Yeah,
Stop him
we-
going to his phylactery.
So you slash at him, and as you channel a divine smite for an additional 10,
Woo.
Yeah.
you take one slice. You notice that now the chains are in place. The ooze that's coming out of the wounds on this brain seem a lot more viscous.
Thank you for sharing
That's all right.
that information
Fun.
with me. Second. 23
That is a hit.
for 16
Yes.
damage, and my last second level spell
Do it.
for
Come on.
For 8 damage. Okay, so you put a slice and a stab into the brain, and Ioulaum kind of rocks and roars. Anything else here, Am?
Yes, Zombo, finish it!
I'm a little busy.
At the top of turn, Ioulaum.
This is a plan that has been in the making since before you were born. You will not stop me here.
He roars as his wounds begin to regenerate once again.
No.
Guy! I'm actually saying this in character as well. Give it up already.
Zumbo.
Am I completely wrapped up or are my arms free?
You are grappled, so you can still do like standard actions and the like.
Yeah, okay, so I'm going to try and whirl around and slash the tentacle with my rapier.
Okay.
Hopefully without cutting my only remaining foot off.
Yeah.
14.
That is a hit, and as you stab into, like, you slash across the tentacle, and it, like, with Drool kind of holding it in place, it slithers away out of your grip, releasing you.
Okay. Betty will jump the tentacle up to the top of the platform, and he's gonna wail. The tentacle's gonna wail at the brain.
Yeah.
13.
Menu album.
13 is a hit.
Okay. 1 cold damage.
Okay. Anything else, Zumbo?
I guess I've got some movement, right?
Correct. Yes.
Okay. I'm assuming I'm standing up from prone, so maybe I can only move like that.
Yeah.
That'll do.
Okay. In a final desperate bid,
Oh.
Ioulaum looks to you again, Hiram,
Fine. No, don't look at me.
as you lay into him with Orin.
Your lord demands your fealty. Rise again, Netheril! Again!
Another DC 18 con save, please.
Question.
Yes.
Can you use Bardic Inspiration for saving throws?
Yes.
Because I still have one of those.
Mhm.
So,
Ooh.
pray for me, guys.
Oh.
So D10
You
use
can still do it. You
Still
did it
doing
last
Roll
time.
that.
You can still do it. You can still
You roll a 10. You
No.
could do it.
If you rolled a 10 on the Bardic, you'd be fine.
Or even an
Rolled
8 on the
rolled
Bardic.
an eight.
Right,
Yeah.
8, 9, 10, yeah.
Okay, let's me roll the Bardic first, and then I might use my inspiration on the original roll. Yeah? Yeah, I'm rerolling that.
Okay.
Please, for the love of God, don't give me a...
Yes.
As the
Just
soldiers,
works.
the spirits of Netheril come back in, and the runes on Orbin glow at once again. You take half of 47 necrotic damage, so you take 23. And as you all watch as the ghosts swarm Hiram, they're blown away by the light of Orbin, and Hiram, you kind of emerge from the throng. Balthazar.
Balthazar is going to stomp up the stairs
Yeah.
and say, I am tired of you meddling! And will cast a lightning bolt
Yeah.
at 5th level.
Nice.
Ioulaum
Oh, no.
will counterspell at 5th level.
Okay.
So he gets +2, which fails. Ioulaum brings a tentacle up to stop you, and you fire this
Just
lightning
two
bolt
hands.
clean into him. So that hits him. You avoid
DC
everyone else.
DC 16 deck save.
He rolls a 7 on the dex.
Come on. Let's roll the damage. 40 points of damage. Come on.
Is it that?
I think so at this point. There's no way.
Come on, it's 40. It has to be.
Come on.
Is it enough?
Balthazar,
Yeah.
talk me through this.
Thank God.
Balthazar stomps up the stairs and says, I've got enough of this! Angry, and will start charging up this electric arcane pulse, and I think a beam of light from Azuth will shine down on him, and that energy is then reflected into Ioulaum as he just crackles and burns with arcane energy.
Okay. So as the lightning bolt strikes it and the light of Zuth shines down on Ioulaum, you hear this high-pitched squealing, and the tentacles thrash wildly as this lightning bolt kind of clashes against the side of the frontal lobe of the brain. You see it kind of lightning crackling across the wet skin of the creature and kind of down it into the pools. You hear it kind of bubbling and popping as the lightning arcs down through the pool into the 4 pools in the 4 corners of the room. And as Ioulaum kind of brings its tentacles up, he bellows,
This is not the end of my story!
and as he says that, his frontal lobe gives way and the lightning bolt punches into the flesh inside and erupts out the back of it. As the dust settles, you look at this brain, which now has a circular burnt hole from front to back, and the tentacles rise up, and as the tentacles go limp and kind of flop into the pool, you hear Ioulaum say,
If I go down, you're coming with me.
and as the brain sinks under the surface, you feel the room begin to shake. As the magic ley lines around the room begin to dull and the glowing from the pools begins to subside, you hear some cracks as the ceiling begins to crack and they stretch down. Parts of the statues begin breaking away and falling to the ground below as the 2 pillars at either side of the dais crack and tumble. And as you kind of look to each other, and the ceiling collapses down in on you, we'll grab a 10-minute break.
Oh no!
Oh dear. Wow. Okay.
I can't believe we survived that fight.
Well done, team. Yeah, that was looking
we
grim.
haven't actually survived the fight because we're about to get buried.
Up to this point, we are alive.
We're
And
going to
I'm
get
saying
buried in the dark. Oh no.
A lot of close calls.
Yeah.
See you in 10.
In a bit.
See you in 10.
Hey all, DM Dan here. We have one final message for you.
We're really thrilled that you're here with us at the end of our journey.
But we have one final request for you before you go.
It would really help out the channel if you hit the subscribe button.
We release loads of new content regularly, and we don't want you to miss out.
And if you need another reason to subscribe, Matt's got something in mind.
Yeah, I was thinking that if we hit 1,000 subscriptions, DM Dan will start an OnlyFans.
Wait, what? The darkness amplifies your senses. Like a sensory deprivation chamber. It feels hot. It feels humid. It smells fantastic, though. And
smells like chicken.
You all groan and grimace as your respective masseuses find the knots on the various parts of your body and really begin to push in and work them. You all feel, as the tension is released from your aching muscles, some of you glance up from your spa massage beds as you enjoy the services of Teneths in the heart of Suzail. 1 week later.
More
Immediately look around, trying to find the crown. Like, where'd it go? Where'd it go?
Zumbo, you look across to Hiram and, remembering a conversation the two of you had on the deck of the Penitent Martyr as you sailed it back into Cormyr, you're right. You lot did deserve a spa day. And as you hear the soft twinkles of a house bard give you some relaxing music to help soothe your souls, you think back on a week ago. As you looked up and saw the ceiling collapse in on you, and you instinctively brought your arms up to shield yourselves, the room was washed with a rich golden light. And the next thing you knew, you found yourselves standing in what appeared to be a large hall, entrance hall of some description, with a white marble floor beneath a polished white marble floor beneath your feet, and a number of pillars rising from floor to ceiling, decorated with intricate chain motifs. As you glance out of a nearby window, expecting to see something other than what you see a sea of stars, and in the distance, a nebula. And in front of you stands a burly-looking dwarf with one missing hand replaced with an axe, and behind him a silver-skinned dragonborn. And the Durgan, the Goldmane, and Varaxis nods to you, and Durgan, with his one good hand, gestures behind you. As you turn, you see what appears to be a containment field. Its edges, its walls are created of a golden light, and within it is the heavily cut and impaled brain of Ioulaum. And Durgan looks to you and with a gruff smile says,
"You got him."
After the fanfare after the fanfare you received from the Golden Chain, you were returned to the material plane, their fortress originally floating within the Astral Sea. As you return to Suzail, you find a number of you find the survivors of the Battle of the Shadowfell lining the streets of Suzail, patiently awaiting your return. As the floating fortress, the floating astral fortress you find yourself in, descends down towards the city, you hear the crowds cheering. And as you're teleported down to the promenade in the center, the crossroads in the center of Suzail, you are greeted by your allies. You see Magnus, Axakas, Helenus, Arin. You see the elves of Semberholm. You see a gleaming legion of slightly dented clockwork soldiers. You see gathered mercenaries of Arabelle who look slightly disgruntled, as do a number of pirates who you overhear complaining about having their well-gotten gains taken from them. And as you step down onto the white streets of Suzail, the city looking slightly worse for wear, but most importantly, no hideous black rift in the sky. You take a moment to bask in your hero's welcome. As you step down onto the streets, Balthazar, you feel a hand weakly grab your elbow as Raedra steps round past you.
I had the spell slot. I had one level 4 spell slot remaining to cast Revivify.
She looks tired. She looks like she's aged over the past hours, but she's alive. She looks to you, Warhounds, and gives you a nod. And in a quiet, husky voice, she says, "Do what you must, but I think you've all earned a bit of free time to yourselves," she says with a smile. Durgan approaches you, Badger, and notices that your form is beginning to become more incorporeal. And he tilts his head and...
"Let me make a couple of sendings. I reckon we can get you another week. The Golden Hills owe us a couple of favours."
How does that work?
Right?
Like, just put tokens in the machine
No,
and like...
someone Death unscrews like the top of the sand thing and just pours more sand into it. He's back on, like, that will do.
The silver chain nods you all, and
"With your help, we've now successfully managed to contain the entity known as Ioulaum. This millennia-old creature has been a menace, and through your actions, you've successfully managed to bring him low. We will keep him in a perpetual state between death and undeath, so as he may not return to his phylactery, he may not regrow, and he will not threaten this cosmos any longer. We, the Golden Chain, do swear now to forever watch over this creature, to ensure that its evil does not grace these stars again. And we have you, Warhounds, to thank."
Yeah, thanks to you.
"As I understand it, it is customary in the material realms to reward good work with gold. Is that correct?"
Yes, very much so.
Very well.
A lot of it as well. Extremely a lot of it.
Yeah, both Slate and Catcher like step forward. Yeah, no, very much so, very much so. Lots of gold, lots of gold.
We know how Varaxis is. So
Varaxis,
It's
summon.
like first time like Slate and Catcher like completely in sync with their conversation.
Varaxis, summon the porters. There's 6 of you.
like, we'll definitely high five catch a hit at this point.
Yeah.
I suggest.
Actually, there's 7. You're forgetting a warhound, and like she nudges her head towards Drool, who's sitting there licking his wounds. Like,
Is it customary to
yes.
reward?
I think,
Yes, completely.
I think they actually mean, and I point at Raedra.
That means 8, Hiram. 8, Hiram.
I lean closer to both of them. Do you really want me to start talking about how we don't really need a reward?
They have lots of gold, Hiram. Lots and lots
Flaxus,
of gold.
summon the porters. Empty
Lots of gold.
empty vaults.
So much gold.
8
So
to
much gold.
empty vaults 8 to 15. 1 vault per adventurer. The dwarf looks to you, concerned for a moment. You do trade in platinum here, yes?
Yes, mostly.
Yeah, we
At
can
a
make it
minimum.
work, I'm sure. It'll be a bit of a pain, but
The exchange rate may not be as good, but like Catcher's eyes are really wide. Like the exchange rate may not be very good at this point, but definitely we can make it work.
Very well. Vaults 8 to 15 for access, and be quick about it.
I'll have 11.
These adventurers have earned some time off.
And as you look to one another and you turn to see the crowds of Suzail cheering the Warhound's name in unison. The sound echoing across the rooftops of the city.
Catcher looks around like, someone get me a box.
Do you want me to stand? You can just stand on my shoulders.
I need you next to me, Balthazar.
Oh.
Someone's find me a platform to get high enough.
Magnus looks around and moves. What brings you a box?
Or just cost levitate, right?
Yeah, Catcher stands on it, looks at the crowd, takes a deep breath, is like, "Are you here for the story of the Warhounds?"
There is a unanimous cheer from the crowds.
Strum!
As you begin to play the Ballad of the Warhounds to the assembled crowds. Slate. What did you do in the following week? Where do we find you?
For the first part of the week, Slate went back to the King's Forest to be with their kind of childhood self for a while, to reflect on everything that's passed, to think about where they want to be in the future, to spend some time with Baz, but sparingly, begrudgingly in some ways, but to actually just have that time. I think also sometimes spent with Badger, just asking her, where she's been, because, I think at first I don't think Slate would have realised that Badger might not be for a while. This is kind of just a permanent, you've been away, and I told everyone that you were definitely around somewhere. We couldn't find you, but we definitely found you, so, I'm so relieved. So a bit of that, and probably a little bit minorly heartbreaking, I imagine, for all of us when we realise that's not the case. But then the next part is spent trying to get more invested in the court.
Okay. Well, just to step in then. At the start of your week when you're in the King's Forest, through your actions and with testimony for the spirits of the 4 archdruids that fought alongside you in the Shadowfell, Baz is fully re-inducted into the Circle of 7.
Nice.
He is allowed to return home.
I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing.
The newly reformed Circle of 8 offer you a proposal.
Given your proficiency for the druidic arts,
says the current leader,
we would be inclined to offer you the seat of Archdruid, if you would be interested in accepting. It would have a number of duties. You would tend to the forest and be the final judgment in the matters of beasts and man. But
well, that does sound good.
We feel that you have the prerequisite foresight to do a good job. What say you, Slate?
So, would that mean, Archdruid is kind of like, I don't know, the king or queen of druids? Would you say that?
One of the other druids thinks about it, a kind of small, more plump woman with very large kind of Coke bottle glasses, and
I never really thought of it like that, but yes, I suppose it would.
Yes, definitely. It's important that I fulfill this role. We need that to happen, and I will take the plunge to do that. But I will have to, be in courts quite often. I can't be in the forest too much. I'll be back and forth. It's a busy life I lead.
The original druid, so this old man with a long forked beard, which ties into a knot somewhere around his waist.
Perhaps it is time for the men and women of the forest to finally reconnect with the lords and ladies of the Forest Kingdom. Perhaps this will be the start of new diplomatic relations
between them and us. And Archdruid Slate, you will be at the forefront of this new diplomatic relationship.
Oh, perfect. Amelie Pascaron.
I extremely worry about the the fate of everyone else, but great, Slate.
You, as the druids bow to you, yes, you find yourselves in the what is it you're doing courtly wise in the city?
I think at first, there might be a bit of enjoying just the good life, and then actually, there's two sides to Slate, and I think the other side will be that kind of realization. The Chiron comes out of them that's like there are matters at hand that need to be dealt with in terms of making sure that the forest kingdoms and that the beasts of Cormyr are treated correctly and well, that we're working together to build a better society moving forward.
Okay.
So I think it'll be more kind of focusing on working on making safe trade routes.
Sure.
Green routes.
In which case, yes, through your actions within the court of the forest, the forest courts and the royal courts, you are able to secure the routes of the King's Forest. Dangers which have lurked in the shadows for too long are routinely either put to the sword or brought into the fold as additional allies. And through your actions, an era of peace and prosperity runs through the King's Forest. Also, as Archdruid, under your command, the rehabilitation of Hullock Forest begins with earnest. As from the ashes of the battle with the Eldreth Veluthra all those months ago, new saplings are planted, tended to, and raised through ancient druidic crafts in union with the neighbouring elves of Cormanthal.
Hey.
And as you put your head back down into the hole on your spar bed, and you think about what a busy week it's been. Hiram, what were you doing over the past week?
Hiram went to see everyone who wasn't with him in the last battle, so see his family, find Emily, very important.
Oh yeah.
And he's going to have that drink with Frederick, and then he's going to talk to Raedra because he has some questions.
Are you my mom?
So
age-wise, that doesn't really add up, but yeah.
Does not? No, it doesn't.
Where is it that you go to first? Like immediately after leaving the Golden Chain Citadel?
Find Emily.
Okay. As you look through the crowds, like you look backwards and forwards and you speak to Magnus, the crowds slightly part as a very stroppy looking half-orc girl strides between two citizens. Get out of my way, she says, as she kicks one of them in the side of the foot. She looks you up and down as she approaches you, and like you can see the corner of her lip is twisted up in a slight snarl. And then she, I see you made it out then.
Yeah, I think at this point Hiram is so tired, came so close to dying so many times, he's just going to pick her up.
So,
and
as you scoop up your...
Thank you for trusting me.
As you scoop up your squire and, like, you kind of swing her around a little bit, you feel a strong kind of hug back as she wraps her arms around your neck.
She's actually trying to kill you.
Maybe, actually.
And as you thank her for trusting you, she pulls back and kind of looks at you funny. But you were never... I think you're too stubborn and stupid to die, she says. And she kind of leans back in to give you another big hug. As this happens, you see a commotion in the crowd, and the Silver Swords begin making their way towards you. Led by your grandmother, Helena, you hear her shouting, "Hear him! Hear him!" as she makes her way towards you. But as they breach the crowds, another figure emerges. A powerful silhouette of an half-orcish woman. And as Helena breaches from the crowds and rushes towards you to embrace you, like she collides into your side as you're holding Emily, you watch as the other Silver Swords come out. Coming like last out of the crowd is your father, Gareth, and he stops and turns his head slowly to look at the half-orc woman who's also at the front of her area of the crowd. And you see his face go white. And he slowly nods and then kind of slinks off around the edge of the crowd in order to put the Silver Swords in between himself and her. This woman with a dominating aura strides forward. You see a number of civilians kind of turn to look at her, and she looks you up and down, and you've grown up, she says. And under her traveling cloak, you notice an armor identical to that of the paladins of the Golden Chain.
I'm sorry. Have we met before?
The half-orc nods. We have, but all too briefly. Hello, son, she says.
I drop Emily by accident.
Oh my god.
The woman looks to you and I didn't realize you had a daughter, Hiram.
Oh, no, and I pick up Emily again, just dust her down. Now, this is my squire.
She looks down to Emily and looks back to you. And there's, despite this woman's kind of hard silhouette, her features soften to this very inviting aura that she gives off. Then you've done a fine job of raising your squire, she says.
Thank you. Hiram is trying to make eye contact with his father.
You look over your shoulder, and you see Gareth kind of like hiding behind his dad, as Arvin's kind of like Arvin's now kind of bundled into you, and he's got his arms around you, he's giving you a big hug. As you're distracted, you hear a laugh from the half-orc woman behind you, and as you're released by your grandfather, she tilts her head, and I see all of these noble families still have little regard for personal space, she says with a smirk.
Are you very familiar with lots of noble houses? Because, and I hold up Orvin, I have so many questions.
The woman tilts her head. I suppose you could say we do. Like my mother before me, thinking about it as well. I'm pretty sure she bagged herself a right high flyer. And she looks to you and shrugs. What's the importance of that sword?
Oh boy. I don't know about you, I think I might need to sit down and have a drink of sorts.
The woman nods to you and, well, I came with a message. And she holds out a parchment, a folded scroll to you. And on the golden wax seal is imagery of coiling chains.
Okay.
If you accept this invitation into our ranks, we will be leaving soon.
And for a second, Hiram wants to say yes on the spot, and then he probably hears Katja in the distance and looks down at me and say, "Can I have just a little bit of time to think?"
Your mother looks at you, and you realize for the first time that you're truly staring into your own eyes. And I'm sure we could wait a week or so, was it?
That's good.
And with that, your mother smiles, nods, leans to the side, and Gareth, she says. As she leans back, you hear a squeak from your father, and the half-orc woman walks past you, places a hand on your shoulder, gives it a squeeze, and then disappears into the ranks of the Golden Chain stood at the entrance of the Flying Citadel.
Oh, shit.
So, you managed to also grab a chance to speak to Raedra. So it's a few days later, and Raedra sits across from you in an audience hall in the royal courts. And now that the world itself doesn't seem like it's trying to kill you, the court looks surprisingly welcoming. This room, especially, lit by a large, thick candle. Raedra looks to you, and we appear to be at a bit of turmoil regarding the succession, Lord Silversword. What are your thoughts on the matter?
Well, there has been a turmoil about a succession since you stepped onto the throne, so I'm not quite sure how different it is this time.
She thinks it seems to be a common trait among Oberskiers, she says, with a raised eyebrow. I had some of the archivists look into this, and we think we understand why Orbin reacts to you in the way it does. It would appear that we share grandparents. We share a grandfather. Who would have thought that he would be taken by such a beautiful warrior, such as your grandmother?
Funny you should mention that. I actually knew this already. I've recently met my mother.
Raedra, she says, as she crosses her arms and looks at you. She twinges slightly at the wound. In the light, you see that her features look a bit more sullen and sunken. She looks tired. And how did that go?
Really well. Really, really well. And she offered me a chance to join her order.
The Golden Chain?
The Golden Chains. Which made me think. I had an idea that you were going to ask, that we would need to talk about this. And I'm not sure if what we have going in Cormyr is working. Just one family inheriting over and over and over again. It caused so many issues. I think maybe it's time for a change. And by that change, I don't mean just another family.
Raedra nods. Then it would appear, Lord Silversword, that we are of equal mind. And as she says that, the chamber doors open and an aide enters, carrying a folded up parchment. He hands it to Raedra. Raedra nods, and then rolls out the parchment on the table in front of you. And on it, you see the crests of all of the noble houses of Cormyr, major, minor, trader. If we give it enough thought, she says, I suspect we can eventually convince enough people to start a council of sorts. An equal voice for all in Cormyr. After all, with the death of my uncle, there are no more clear lines to the throne within the House of Oberskir. If there was ever a chance to do this, it would be now. She looks to you. As long as we keep certain lineages to ourselves.
I think that's a good idea.
Raedra nods. I will discuss with the major houses and the others to ensure there is equal representation among all of them. And I will stand as representative as Lady Oberskir.
Just one little thing. And here I'm just going to grab a pen and just scribble one extra seat in there. And that is representative of the common people.
She nods. Is there anyone in mind who you would have to fill the seat?
Well, funny you should mention that. I have 2 in mind.
Okay. In which case, you head to one of those 2 people with the good news. Who is it?
So Hiram's going to go and see Katya.
Okay. In which case, and the other?
The other one was Slade, weirdly enough.
Okay.
But Slade got the role of Archdruid.
Well, in
which case...
I mean, imagine when you tell Katya, she sits there and she's like, absolutely not. However, I have someone in mind who might be best suited for the role. Aaron Fox may be the best person. I mean, yes, he is.
Of course.
He is of knightliness with the order, but he lives in the slums. He's
no. That's perfect because of his rank, he is going to be easily accepted by the nobles. Well, easier.
He always had a reputation around the quarter, even back away when, he's someone that was dependable.
Yeah.
So,
well, see, this is why I thought of you first.
Okay.
I'm also very glad that an idea that got laughed at once has come to fruition. So thank you, Hiram.
Okay. Hiram, with that in motion, is there anything else you're doing to cap off your week?
I'm just gonna have that drink with Frederick and tell him everything that happened. And get drunk.
Frederick, you find what sort of tavern do you find yourselves in Suzail?
Not a fancy one. Like last time we went there, that turned out to be very problematic.
Okay. In which case, Frederick joins you. And as you sit at the bar, there's a somewhat awkward silence. He then slowly turns his head to you and, I hope you appreciate just how much it will cost to fix all of those clockwork soldiers.
Well, funnily enough, I have a lot of money now.
Good. I will send you an invoice.
Yeah, just send it before the week is over. I might not be in this realm.
Frederick looks to you and... Is it something I've done, Hiram? I've only just arrived and you're already leaving.
Oh my god, there is a lot to cover here, so buckle in.
Okay. So, as you fill in, as you tell Frederick the stories of your adventures since the dethroning of Raedra and the fall of House Emarask, as you finish, he puffs his cheeks out and, yes, I'm well aware of the last part. You have been busy, haven't you, old friend?
You can say that.
He nods and... what are your thoughts on this golden chain? It sounds like you will be in a new frontier. No one will particularly know your name, they'll only know of what you're capable of. Is that something that suits?
To be very honest with you, I would go tomorrow. If it was not for if it wasn't for the Warhounds. I mean, I love my family. I love my family, but they will be fine. But this group is just they are different, if you know what I mean.
Frederick smiles and, oh, I am well aware of that as well. Remember, Hiram, I spent the better part of a few months trying to systematically tear you and your associates down to rubble.
Yeah, I remember very clearly.
I never apologized for that. Not really. So, Hiram, and he reaches out and places his hand on the back of yours. I'm sorry. I was wrong.
You know, I don't think I've ever seen you apologize for anything.
I know, it doesn't suit me very well at all.
No, not really. This was a mistake. But thank you. I appreciate it.
Well, if you're potentially going to be going off gallivanting across the astral seas, I'm torn. What do you think I should do? Should I stay here and re-establish any sense of honor within House Emarask, or should I continue on?
Well, I actually have no idea what you have been doing all this time.
There was a very boozy month in Sembia. I'm not going to lie. I'm not proud of it. I did, however, happen to come across a derelict clockwork army, which is coming quite handy. And between here and Sembia, I've been working as a peacekeeping service of sorts. There are opinions within Sembia that are hard to shift, especially with the fall of the Netherese Empire not too long ago. They still have a problem being an ex-vassal state. So I'm finding a lot of work in ensuring their safety. Peacekeeping, if you will. It's good, honest work, but I suspect there will be equally as honest work here in Cormyr.
I think if you could do that honest work here, you might be happier in the long run. That wound from your father is not going to just go away. You will have to work on it. I think repairing the family name might be the first step towards that.
Frederick nods. Sage counsel as always, my friend. Now, I've just thought. I was wondering, I've overheard on the grapevine that you are friends with two individuals that I am very much hoping to meet. And he looks at you with this kind of, his eyes twinkle in the candlelight as he says this. Anything else you do with your week, Hiram? before you rendezvous back at the bathhouse?
No.
Okay. Katya.
Katya, I imagine, is the bard that's playing with them in the bathhouse. She's nice and relaxed, but she's not partaking in any of the services or anything. Too many bad memories of this place. But for her week, I think she makes 3 major purchases. The first, she goes to the graveyard, firstly just to talk to her mother, and buy her a proper gravestone that reads Abigail Donahue, free at last. And she spends a good time there, regaling the stories to her of how Ursula was finally brought low. The second purchase she gets Magnus for, and walks him through the streets of Cizaille as she's telling him this.
What is going on, Kate? Where are you taking me?
So, I have to thank you for not giving up on me back way when. After what happened at the Dragon Riders Club, if it hadn't been for you, I might have carried on and just, who knows who I would have become. But because of you, I've ended up who I am. And so I felt I had to do something for you. And she stops outside the burnt-out Dragon Riders Club that's under construction, and she points to a shop next to it, and she says, I just bought that shop there. I'm having it converted into a cobbler's. And I'm having 2 people from Walloon brought up to work there. It's much nicer than where your family do live, and at least they were nice to me, and I thought, you're the closest I've got to family, so they're kind of my family too, so I want them to be well looked after.
Magnus is uncharacteristically quiet. And as he looks down at you, you can see moisture collecting on the surfaces of his eyes.
Drool's rubbing up around his legs. That's not everything, Magnus.
Go on, Katya, before... yeah, go on.
She gestures to a sign outside the Dragon Riders Club, which is under new management. I also bought that.
Magnus turns to look at the Dragon Riders.
I thought you hated that place. Why did you do that?
I do hate it, but I hated what it was. And with Ursula gone, I can turn it into something new. It'll still be a tavern. The bathhouses and everything will be gone. I'm so upset because Hiram was really against that. But I'm turning it into sort of kind of like an orphanage to help all the people Ursula affected, and just generally going forward. The poor area of Cizaille is terrible. It's until more investments put into it, it's always going to be this awful place to live. So I'm hoping to turn this into the first step to improving that. And I would like you to run it.
Katya, I mean, besides Emily, I don't have any experience with children. And I mean, most children don't have crossbows, Katya.
I think Emily has put you on the right path. You are going to be fine. You handled me and Slate and Emily pretty well, so I think you'll be fine here.
He stops.
And
go on.
My friend Cassie will be helping you. You will not be entirely alone.
Magnus stops and takes a deep breath, and he puts a fatherly hand on your shoulder and kind of gives it a squeeze. And
thank you, Katya. Thank you for helping to create this better world.
I'm not done yet with doing that.
Oh, bloody hell, Katya, with all of the dramatics and the theatrics.
I I have more to do in this world. So I expect next time in Suzail, this place will be up to scratch. I'll be writing to check. And she turns around and, come on, Droll.
As you turn to walk away, as you leave, he calls out to you and, "Oh, Catcher, if you happen to see him, I do have a favor to ask of you," he says.
Huh?
And as you raise an eyebrow, is there anything else you do on your week?
Yes, the final purchase she makes, so she was able to get the place in the Dragon Rise as a 2-for-1. Her last purchase is a ticket to use the portal to Waterdeep.
Okay.
Which she's set for a week from now.
Okay. Where is it do you buy that in Suzail?
No, yeah, you buy it in Suzail. Like there's a portal there, so it's very expensive. But she buys the ticket to Waterdeep.
The War Wizard looks down to it and, "That's a good choice, dear. It's relatively good weather this time of year, but I would still take some warm clothes. It's significantly chillier on the Sword Coast than it is here."
I've heard the same for Neverwinter.
Very much so. Unless you're in the city.
And I hear something a bit warmer for Athkatla and Baldur's Gate.
It sounds, little lady, like you're going travelling.
I am. I'm a bard after all. And what good is a story as epic as the Ballad of the Warhounds or the Triumph of the Warhounds if no one hears it? Plus, there are other adventuring parties out there who may need use of me. I'm going to collect stories, and one day, hopefully, I'll be as famous as Volo, or maybe even as beloved as Deacon.
The War Wizard looks to you for a moment and points, like waves a finger at you. Your face, I recognise it.
I'm sure you'll be able to figure it out later.
The wizard nods. Hopefully, yes.
And she starts humming the Ballad of the Warhounds as she walks away.
Is there anything else, Katya?
The thing with Katya, there's not a lot of people, at least at this particular time in her life, other than the Warhounds themselves, that she'd really be able to react with. Maybe in a couple of years from now, there'll be at least one more thing she'd like to do.
Okay.
But we can come back to that later. But yeah, I think she sorts out her mother's grave. She gives Magnus the 2 shops. She buys a ticket, and I guess she spends the rest of the time again talking to Badger, making sure she gets the last little bits of information she needs to at least also have a song for Badger.
Okay. In which case, Zombo, what were you doing over the past week?
Yeah, gosh, okay. So two main things. I think towards the start of the week, he wouldn't be around very much, and I'm guessing that quite a few sort of the Githyanki astral ships sort of crashed around Suzail when the Githyanki fighting was going on.
Yeah.
Residents near the docks will have noticed that the ship that crashed in their district mysteriously vanished overnight, and has been, under cover of darkness, relocated to a warehouse in the dock district. Zumbo's calling in on all his criminal contacts and has heavily bribed Fathead and a number of war wizards and other officials to basically come and work on this ship in secret and try and get it repaired.
Okay.
So over the first part of the week, he's kind of overseeing that operation, which is why he isn't around very much. But it's all very hush-hush. He's just liberally bribing anyone he needs to.
Okay.
And then towards the end of the week, he will visit a florist and buy the biggest bunch of pink sea lilies that he can. And then he's going to go find Badger and go take her for a walk around the city. Probably knowing her fondness for tall places, he'll take her up. I don't know, a tower or maybe a a walk along the walls or something.
Sure.
The Mage Royal's tower. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. There's a thanks. Well, you have a word with some purple dragon. Well, Aaron has some words with some purple dragons, and you are allowed up onto the ramparts of the city, upon which you can see out across the city as a whole. And despite only being a few days, you can see that renovation and repair works across the city have begun in earnest to clear away the debris and evidence of the Githyanki attack.
He'll present Badger with these flowers and say, I know you probably lost your last set, and I don't know if they have them in the Golden Hills, so here you go.
They definitely do. They're just made of astral stuff, they look a bit different, but basically the same principle. These ones are lovely. We don't have these ones. And she gives them a big sniff.
He'll probably, as they're walking, he'll probably just apologise for leaving her on the ship. And after he's kind of works up the courage, he'll tell her kind of how he feels about her, and that she was the one that kind of taught him what leadership really looked like, and that he learnt so much from her, and he missed her when she wasn't around. But he understands that she can't stay. But yeah, he just kind of he's purging himself of all the stuff that he wished he'd told her on the ship before he teleported off.
Gosh, who would have thought there's such a soft heart under all that swagger and bluster? You've been a brilliant leader, Zumbo. I couldn't have done it better myself. Look at everything you've achieved. Look how far you've come. You're right, I can't stay. I'm kind of on loan, in a sense. But maybe with your new shipbuilding project you've got going on, maybe you could come and find me sometime out there over the astral sea.
Yeah, that might have been part of the plan. I was hoping you'd ask.
And Badger, I don't know, would she go up on tiptoes, or would we be roughly the same height?
I think you're roughly the same height.
Yeah, she leans forward and plants a kiss on your cheek.
Ooh.
So, is there anything else you did this week, Zumbo?
No, I don't think so. I think they're the main things.
Badger, what did you do in your week?
I think most of the week was probably just spending time mainly with the Warhounds. Answering questions and asking them about what's happened, listening to the songs that Katya's been composing. There isn't a lot for her to do. Like, she feels like her business here is pretty much finished. And she knows she has to go back soon. One thing she does is she goes looking for Aaron Fox, and she tells him that she wants to bequeath her vault of money to the city with him as a trustee, because she knows he'll know how to spend it wisely to benefit the people.
Aaron stands in front, is sat down in front of you, his eyes fixated on a spot of air just off to the side of your head, and all of it?
Well, of course. What am I gonna do with any of it?
Badger, I don't even think I can count that high.
Well, you can probably spend a bit of the money on an accountant if you like.
He, as his mind begins to blow at the thought of this much wealth.
Aaron, there's one condition though.
Yes?
Please use some of it for yourself and Annabella. your daughter.
As you say that, like he snaps to and looks to you, and you hear like the beginnings of a cry coming from the cot on the side of Aaron's little attic room, and he kind of bids you asks for a second, and he scoops his baby daughter out of her cot and begins bouncing her friend down, and as he does, the cry immediately stops and becomes replaced with a contented chuckling as he bounces his girl up and down. And he catches his breath a couple of times, and he coughs, and as he does, kind of uses an excuse to wipe his eye, and of course I will. Thank you for coming back, Badger. It felt terrible knowing I didn't get a chance to say goodbye. He puffs his cheeks out at the thought of all of that wealth, and there's so many things that we could do around the city. We're gonna. You have to excuse me. I was recently contacted about a new council that the people of the court are putting together. I don't know. There's just a lot to take in. But before I forget, someone was looking for you. He says with a smile.
Who's that?
He gives you the directions to a location, and it's a small flower shop in the eastern districts of town. And as you enter, a stark silver-haired, light-skinned elf turns to look at you, and you see Renna stood under a halo of hanging baskets. And as you enter, she looks to you and smiles and... Hello, Nix Badger Ningle.
Hello, Renna.
As she welcomes you, from an adjacent room, you hear a number of footsteps, and Garabrail and Shana enter the room as well.
Badger's delighted.
Renna thinks for a moment and says, when we last saw each other, I fear I was not quite myself. But it's through your actions that I'm here now, free of the influence of Ioulaum and the Mind Flayers. Whilst you didn't get to see it, the Warhounds were able to bring Project Implacable to a stop. We fear that Ioulaum was intending to somehow use Project Implacable as some sort of vessel, so he may move about his new citizens as a god made manifest.
Called it.
But thanks to you and the Warhounds, that plan will no longer see the light of day. Whilst I have not been a citizen of Cormyr for some considerable time, I've spoken with, I believe she was your mentor, Shana, and the newly reinstated Coronal Guard, Garabrail.
Badger winks at Garabrail.
Garabrail shrugs it off. I know that you are due to head back to the Golden Hills, but we have agreed, these two have agreed with Coronel Ilsevel to erect a memorial for you in Semberholm.
What?
For everything
Why?
you've done for the realms, it is the least that we could do.
Hang on. What is it for? A memorial?
Garabrel steps forward.
It will be a monument to all of those who feel a lack of hope in the trying times of their lives. They may look upon it and remember that help is never far away if they truly seek it.
Oh. Well, if it gives people hope, then of course I would be honoured. Thank you.
Garabrel nods, and Shana kneels down and gives you a hug. Is there anything else Badger wishes to do on her week?
No, that's it.
Okay. Balthazar, your week is shorter than most. As you watched the other Warhounds reunite with friends, family, and loved ones, so too did you hear a familiar voice echo out through the streets as Daisy emerged between the legs of the citizens of Suzail and threw herself at you.
Daisy! Balthazar will pick her up.
Clenching to your leg as you
Pick
scoop
her
her
up.
You made it back, she says.
Of course I did.
She kind of laughs. There's a tear in her eye. And, silly me. Of course you were going to make it back.
Yeah. Don't worry, it was easy. Oh, a breeze. No problem.
She, from her elevated height, Daisy looks at the crowds and... What are you going to do now?
Well, I need to speak with Raedra.
What about?
Well, listen, I've got big plans. Big plans, Daisy.
Daisy kind of nods and well, when we're all done, I think it's finally time you came home for your vacation.
Yeah. Well, that'll be part of it, I think. But then I was thinking maybe you could spend some time here. I know you like it in half-half, but maybe we could do 50-50.
Daisy looks to you, smiles, and
buy a second home. We can afford it. I'm sure we'll get a really good mortgage.
Daisy laughs. And how is it that you have just come back from saving the world and you're thinking about mortgages?
Well, listen, you got to think about these things, the investment and your return, and then how many years have I got left? Am I going to rust away?
Against your faceplate as if to shush you. That's enough of that, Balthazar Talbot.
And I'll pick her up and take her on my shoulder and walk through the streets, I guess.
Okay. A day later, Raedra manages to find some time to meet with you.
Sure.
How can I help, Master Talbot?
Your Majesty, Raedra.
No, just Lady Obiscure.
Lady Obiscure. I kind of have a big favor to ask, and I'm only asking because, well, I will help get you out of that little pickle, in the Shadowfell. But otherwise, I wouldn't. But
Please, Balthazar, you may have saved my life, but speak plainly.
Sure. Okay. Don't. I was wondering if I could have my old job back as an archivist for the War Wizards. So I know I'm not allowed to, but I really like that job. And so I was wondering if I could just keep doing. And plus I'm a bit taller now, so it'll be easier to reach the books,
It's interesting that you mentioned that, Master Talbot. And as she says that, the door to her study opens, and in walk 3 figures. One significantly taller than the others. And you see the noble man that Hiram has referred to as Frederick, flanked by two curiously dressed gnomes wearing clockwork mechanic backpacks with whirring cogs and springs on various apparatus across their body. And Ferret and Mixie look up to you, their goggles reflecting in the candlelight, and hello, says Ferret.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad.
So, it would seem that the experiment of Project Balthasar was a complete and resounding success.
Yeah.
In so much that not only have you managed to not blow up, but you've also managed to stop an insidious ancient Netherese Mind Flayer coalition invasion.
Yeah, all part of the plan.
That wasn't part of the testing parameters, so we won't be including it in our final reports, but it is good to know that you were instrumental in this. It also helps that due to some of your forays into the Shadowfell, we have, and to the bottom of the Dragonmere, we have acquired some additional documentation. He kind of looks kind of proud with himself, and Mixie steps forward with a book.
Do you get the warranty documents?
Not quite, Balthazar, she says. And she plonks this heavy-looking black skinned book on Rager's table and flicks it open. She pulls a chair out, climbs up on top of the chair so she can see it, and she flicks through. It turns out that one of the, for all intents and purposes, instruction manuals wasn't destroyed. There was a pristine copy in the Netherese vaults. So we think, through the information that we've learnt, we can transfer you back to your own body, Balthazar.
What? Really?
We've spoken to some people and we think we have the ability to create you a brand new body, similar, if not identical, to the one that you had originally. Give or take a couple of years. And in the same way that we were able to transfer your soul from what was left of your body into this, she says, waving a finger at you, we believe we know how to do it in reverse. Not into your charred and dismembered body, you understand?
I don't want that one. You can keep it.
That's very good. Yes. Also, we noticed that you could cast magic. Luckily, that didn't have any dire negative repercussions, and we believe that you can still do that.
Okay. I gotta talk with Daisy about it. I don't know if I really want to change. It's quite an investment. I don't know if we're ready for that.
Rager interrupts you, and consider it on the house. In the same way that you brought me back from death, I would like to return the favor.
Wow, that's pretty kind.
But
can I get my old job back though?
You hear the noble Matt Frederick kind of laugh, and I think you've got the job back, he says.
Okay, I can send you my application and my CV and everything. I got the experience needed.
Rager nods. We look forward to it. So, it is up to you, Balthazar. Do you wish to remain in your metal form, or do you wish to return to a halfling state?
I think...
you find out that the individuals they've spoken to are a number of druids from the King's Forest, who through the art of reincarnation have effectively grown you a new body.
That's pretty fun.
It's disarming to see your naked self lying motionless in front of you.
I think
Can someone cast
Daisy,
enlarge?
Beth and Daisy had a chat about it, and probably decided that as they didn't want to have children, then it didn't matter which body Balthazar was in, and therefore would probably stay in his metal form.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah, it's easy to get the pickle jar.
And with all that money you've got, Balthazar, we can buy a new bed. If it's L-shaped, then you can lie on one side, and then I can.
You can get the small bit, and I can get the big bit.
That sounds good.
Makes a lot of sense. I think we have enough.
In which case, you find yourselves sat on one of the balconies at the top of the College of the War Wizards, looking out over Suzail, just the two of you. And she kind of leans in and rests her head on your side. I mean, I suppose you could always take this metal off and your squishy wood underneath. As the two of you kind of swing your legs, looking out over Suzail.
Yeah, I'm a big softy on the inside.
Is there anything else Balthazar wishes to do over the space?
Balthazar would take the week to chronicle the story of the Warhounds and write biography of each of the members of the Warhounds.
Okay.
And make a formal filing in the archive of Suzail, or the War Wizards, for the story of the Warhounds.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, as you begin penning those, a week comes and goes, and the seven of you find yourselves at the bathhouse in the centre of Suzail. Katya, you're playing the lute in the corner. 4 of you are getting a hearty massage, really pushing out those knots you gained from all of your adventuring. There is one masseuse that's just stood looking at you, Balthazar, not sure what on earth to do with
just
your
hot
form.
oil. Hot oil, that's the best. Organic, if possible. Although mineral works as well.
No, use the orange peel. The orange peel oil. You'll smell great, Balthazar. Trust me.
And as you finish as you're partway through your spa days, a courier enters the bathhouse and looks around. It's a young, short, overweight boy who breathes heavily and looks around.
This guy always finds us.
I'll take it. The rest of them are relaxing. I'll take it.
The boy looks to you and then looks down at the pastoral and, are you Zumbo Marufat?
No, he's the one over there currently getting his shoulders done.
The boy puts his head down and hustles past you towards Zumbo, and you
Zumbo's
see...
just like, no, he's not here. Go away.
This boy approaches you and gets real
Gets
close.
on the floor. Gets on the floor, like scoots up with a hold. Like, hello, sir.
So this courier boy gets right up in your grill and, are you Zumbo Marufat? He says.
Yeah, go on then.
And this box is thrust unceremoniously into your face. Special delivery.
Yeah, I'll open it.
What is it?
As you open the box, it's a simple box with a single light blue ribbon tied round it. But as you unwrap it and lift the lid off, there's a heft to it. And inside, you see a beautifully polished wooden leg.
Yeah.
Finally.
I was going to give it to him later.
And on the foot, on the sole of the foot, you see engraved Cobblestones and Son. Suzail.
Ooh.
I imagine he'll sit kind of bolt upright on the massage table and just be staring at this leg, and then kind of have to rub his eyes after a bit and go, oh yeah, it's a bit steamy in here, excuse me, and he's going to quickly scamper out. Try find the leg on first, and then
So as you take off your peg leg, you kind of twist and pull it away, and you kind of like hobble for a second, hold yourself up on a wall. You go to put on the new leg, and then you slot it on. And as you like stand up to put your weight on it, your eyes you stop and you catch your breath as you realise
that on your left leg is a right foot.
Oliver. Magnus.
Sorry, that just clicked.
Oh god.
Oh no!
Has the courier disappeared? Or is he?
The courier is gone.
Oh no.
As you as you walk out a bit, as you walk out, kind of stumbling a bit on this crooked leg, you look around and the box that this came in is kind of lying on its side, and you could, like, there's a plush kind of cushion that your leg came in, but you notice that as you pull the cushion away, there is a left foot with a note from the Cobbleton saying, "We couldn't remember which one it was, so we made you both."
Well, that's handy. You never know when you're going to lose the other one.
Jump up, Zumbo. I'll help you install the other one.
Yeah, he'll do that. He might put a towel on first.
Yes, please. As she's sort of helping with the phone, she puts like a small package next to him, and then as she sort of looks up, she's like, "Open it."
It's not my birthday, is it?
No, but I was, this present I bought for you a while ago, but this one, she basically starts talking direct into your mind so the others can't hear. Remember, I can read thoughts, Zumbo, so I know what you're doing. This is for your journey.
I'll open it up.
And it's a new journal with gold filigree of Captain Zumbo Marifat of the Warhounds.
Nice.
Fill it out and bring it back to me.
Thanks, Katya. I mean it. Thanks.
Thank you for being my friend. She holds up your old one. I'm keeping this, though. Lots of good material.
So, as this happens, and the 6 of you see out the rest of your well-deserved spa day, you make your way back to the crossroads on the promenade. Hiram, you see hovering overhead the fortress of the Golden Chain. And Zumbo, you look southwards towards the sea where you know your astral ship is docked. Balthazar, you look north towards the Wizard's College. Katya, you look west towards your continuing journey. And Slate, you look towards the court and towards the forests to the northwest. Badger, you know that you have minutes remaining. What do you do?
I think Badger would probably ask the Warhounds if we could all just do something really cheesy, like have a big group hug or something. Say that she wanted to have the people who meant most to her close for her final moments on the material plane. Well, she wouldn't necessarily tell them that's what was happening. I think she'd just say, I just want to be close to you all, just for a few moments, if that's okay.
Okay. So, as the 6 of you huddle and embrace, Badger, you kind of stuck in the middle a little bit. As you all kind of close your eyes and hold one another, when you open them, Badger is gone.
Sad.
I think Slate keeps on cuddling everyone a bit, hugging people, hugging everyone a bit longer, just to kind of, recognize that we were all there together.
Just know they'll make sure that she'll never be forgotten. There'll be the name Badger sung out in every tavern, from Icewind Dale all the way down to Athkatla, and all the way back to Cizale. I'll even try and get it as far as Silvery Moon if I can.
So, as you all turn to regard each other, fucking hell. You bastards.
That's the short.
As you all
And
turn,
this is why you wear makeup, because then you know you can't cry.
as you all turn to regard each other, the last burning question, really, is Hiram. As you look up at the floating fortress, and the figure of your mother stood in its shadow.
Hiram is going to very stealthily wipe his eyes and turn to everyone and say, well, there is not going to be a better time. I need your input on something. I have met my mother. She offered me a position with the golden chain.
Do you want to be with the golden chain?
I mostly want to get to know my mum.
Given that I never really got much of a chance past a certain age, I'd do anything to spend more time with my mum and have her back. But you've got that chance, Hiram.
Yes.
And as someone who's going off on their own adventures, I say go for it. Yeah. Like, who knows what wonders you'll see out there.
I know. I just wanted to ask you all because I want to get to know my mother, but I also have found another family in you. And if I leave, I am not sure when I will come back. And the idea of not having you all around is hard.
Have you asked him if the food is good?
No, I haven't asked that. But you have seen how
very, very important.
Well, you have seen how rich they are. I don't think that's going to be the problem.
Yeah, probably all right.
Thing is,
this is another plane. When I say we are not going to see each other for a while, I do mean that.
It doesn't matter when you come back, though. We'll always be here, and we're more than a family. We're a crew. So even if we're heading in our separate directions for now, that won't change.
And you have this whole new world to explore, but you can always, as Zamba said, come back to each other. But we've all got a path to follow right now, and that's because of everything that we've done together. So that will always be part of what we've had and what we are.
Yeah, bring back some books.
I will.
Bring back a song.
I will.
Okay. In which case, Hiram, you and Katya both look to the west. Hiram to the floating fortress above the roofs of Cizale, and Katya to the horizon beyond. And as you two say your final goodbyes and begin making your way west, Zumbo, you take a look to the south and you can see the sea horizon. You can see the sea glittering, reflecting the sunlight like a tapestry of sapphires. and looking back to the spot where Badger last was and watching the last final golden motes of light ebb away, you say your final goodbyes and make your way south. Balthazar and Slate, you take deep breaths and look to the north. Slate to the courts, Balthazar to the college. Son of a bitch.
Oh dear.
And as you say your final goodbyes, you make your way north. And I just... One second.
Take a break. Take a break. Take a break.
No, I'm good. I'm good. As you make your way to your respective horizons, we will call it there.
Wow.
Congratulations, everyone.
Do we level up?
On completing Cormyr Echoes of War.
Woo.
Well done, guys. Well done.
Thank you.
Gosh.
Oh, amazing,
everyone.
Dan. Wow.
What a great end.
Incredible.
It's been a long day.
Oh.
Wah! Wah!
Yeah.
So,
Sorry, my
congratulations,
damage
everyone.
problem.
I can't believe it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You lot
Oh.
better subscribe after that.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we all are.
I will
wasn't talking to
subscribe.
you lot. I was talking to you lot.
I'll subscribe. I haven't wanted to up till now, but I'll do it.
So,
Spanish.
yes. With that, the inaugural campaign of the Explorers of Elsewhere comes to an end. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, U6, for playing. For all of the support. Since we kickstarted this during the Big Sneeze. This has, been incredible. Thank you for watching and putting up with my blubbering towards the end. The support that we've had is incredible.
And thank you, DM Dan, for running the whole show, for doing everything, for being everyone and doing everything.
For the ups and downs and rounds.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Absolutely. You
What an
are
amazing story.
more than welcome. So, if you liked what you saw, make sure to like and comment down below. We have lots of other videos like this, although this will be the last one of this sort. But you can find all of those videos on the channel.
Dan, what is coming up next? Do we know? Can it be mentioned?
What's coming up next?
This is the end of the channel, right?
You know
Stop
what?
it.
You know
Let's
what?
stop after this.
To find out what comes next, the best thing to do is to subscribe to the channel to keep up to date with any new updates that we release.
That's how they get you. That's how they get you.
So, yes.
No, I'd stop right there.
Make sure to hammer the subscribe button, if nothing more, for this poor soul who's now going to have his crying face all over the internet.
Endings are emotional.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, once again, thank you for playing. Thank you for watching. And take care, everyone.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.